Could I see some more books?
Oh, certainly. What a silly question.
Hello, hello, hello. Indeed, the soundtrack for Chapters. I saw that it wasn't included and I had to buy it. How could I not buy it, everyone? Slowly but surely, this stream is returning to a quality product. Sometime. Yeah, Summer Pool, it's amazing stuff. Now, I know Mighty Sid, and I think Vayner as well have warned me, let's not listen too much of the soundtrack, because apparently it might consider, have some spoilers, or I guess the music later on. But I figured the first couple of tracks, I looked at the names, those were the original starting tracks. They seem to be in order of the game, so I figured those would be safe to run. How are you doing? It is good to be back. It is good to be with you. I am super excited because yesterday's stream we ended on such an awesome note. I'm very excited to see where this is going. I to be honest, I kind of just want to get started and see where we are. I hope you're doing well. I hope you are in a good spot right now. What is this notification? Oh yes, this is a notification that I spent PayPal money. I have my security set up. This be so great. Oh, I'm so looking forward to it, Venom. And I also have a little surprise hidden away for you. It might happen, it might not happen. We will just have to see. But it might be fun when it does happen. Okay, let's get that audio up to where I want it to be, which is 2 decibels below normal. I'm gonna fade out this music right now, and then get started with the game. Let's boot it back up. You're so excited you just can't hide it. Same for me, Squirrel. Same for me. Which reminds me, it was Ghost asking yesterday after the stream what we're going to be doing once we're done with chapters. It's going to take us quite a while, of course. Oh, yes. But I was thinking of... yeah, we just need to take a left, right? I was thinking of actually putting it up to a vote for everyone to see...
I got a lead on the Resistance. While I'm looking into that, there's something I want you to do. A mission.
Oh, yes, we had this yesterday.
Mission is my middle name. No, that's not true. It's Edward. Nope, also a lie.
You're not hearing any music.
I just always wanted to be an Edward.
I need a bird's eye view of things.
Are you trying to get rid of me, Zoe?
Of course not.
I see my mistake.
Safer if you're watching out for me up there while I'm following up on our lead down here.
I feel a swelling in my chest cavity that can only mean...
Okay, we already heard this one yesterday. Yep, you're absolutely right. You did not get anything. Let me test this. You should. Yeah, that's going out to you now. There was a bit of a problem in the soundboard there. A little bit of piping in the mixer. No worries. Shame though. That's a shame. That was some good music. The need for a vote to play whatever you feel like. Thank you, Ghost. Well, I mean, I have my ideas. I want to play some Outcast, but also just in general. it's been the suggestions from all of you that have led me to games I would not have played. I would not have played Dreamfall, would not have played Dark Souls. I would not.
Pretty good. I mean, reaping's a great time for me. Plenty of
we already
customers,
heard this.
even if those
I
farms
would
are
never have
tight-fisted,
played The
they
Witcher.
bring their
There's
own
so many things I would not have played. So, I'm always happy with seeing if we can get some good ideas, some good feedback. Smithy. Wait a minute. The smithy is that building, isn't it?
No, that makes no sense at all. I mean, I must admit that I'm getting rather excited
Hey,
about
Drexus!
seeing their new
Nice to see you. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. We are just getting started, so you came in at the right time. You also came in just after you saw me neglect to have the music pipe through it. No, this is not the building. We cannot have a resistance right under their
The
noses.
Asadi remind me of the Eye. Fascist soldiers are the same everywhere, even across parallel dimensions.
This cannot be where I need to be. No. Hey, kitty. Let's see. The smithy in the city green, which is where we are right now. So let's go and walk around and find a smithy-looking building. What are you looking at?
I fit right in with the locals.
These wanted posters are backers as well, aren't they?
I can tell from the etching that this man is dodgy. Honor Hilaris. What kind of name is that? A very dodgy name is what that is.
What are VODs? The video on demand. I think they're stored for like 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks on Twitch itself. I export them all to YouTube though. Wait. There we go. Smithy Green. Perfect. I export them all to YouTube, so that's where you can easily find them. Okay. So this is where the resistance is now? It's immediately going in the door. Let's have a look around. Oh, multiple doors. I can go in that one. I can go in... Oh, I can go into all the doors. Okay, let's go in the far door.
Hello, I'm here about the library.
That's the guy from the
I know,
bar.
it's a weird opener, but I was told that this is... Okay, we're going inside.
Wait, he's the guy I talked to in the corner, right? Who liked Azadi culture? Uh-oh. The guy in the corner, I mean, where Kian talked to when we were just at the Enclave. But I'm not sure whether he's... Is that the same guy?
Harmy knows.
Knows what, exactly?
That Kian is alive. And Shadow knows what else he told the General.
Good point, Vaden.
They
Earlier
smoke.
yesterday, they all
My
swear
men
with
saw
Shadow,
the General entering
other
the
people
engine room in the
swear
green.
with light.
Alvani was spotted leaving the house soon after. They were alone in there with one of the engineers. Ferdows, I believe his name is. He's nowhere to be found. Harmy must have stowed him away somewhere. A witness!
So he knows that you've lied to him. Oh, he will
Remus
not
nephew,
confront you
that
with this
was
yet.
the one I'm thinking
Not
of.
until
Yes.
he knows why and what we're planning.
Yes, Harmy is as clever as a rock snake and twice as deadly.
We need to get rid of him. Mother Utana, too. He must have told her.
What?
They're thick as thieves. The only question is, have they informed the first?
Not without more evidence. There's still time.
You're speaking of assassination.
What else would you suggest? We crossed the line long ago, Vamon. There's no way back.
No, there's ways back.
I can't just
There's
walk
always
into
way
Harmy's
back.
cell and cut his throat.
It needs to look like an accident. The ceremony.
It's a week from now. We can't afford to wait.
We can't afford to be hasty. Until he has concrete evidence of our treachery, the General will continue his investigations. The ceremony, then. We kill them both and make it look like the work of the Resistance.
Stone
But if he
cold.
acts before then, I need to be ready. I need to inform those who are loyal to...
Hush. Come here, my sweet. Don't worry. We will survive this. We always survive. We've worked too hard to fail now. The engine will be ours. The Northlands will be ours. The General's men will pull back to Azadir. The Council will not mount another campaign. They cannot afford it. They lack the support of the people. And then we return in triumph, carrying the light of the goddess, and we destroy our enemies. We rule Azadir, as we've always planned.
Oh yeah, power couple for sure.
Fail, my love. I will be Empress, and you, my supreme
There's still something
commander.
creepy about their
This
relationship.
is the will of the goddess. I know it is. I know it.
I can't put my finger on it, but it seems just... Other than according to Zadi culture they're not supposed to, it just seems weird. Oh, I'm so excited to see what revelations we get here.
What is this place? Where are you taking me? Can someone please say something? You are the Resistance, right? You know, instead of abducting me, you could have just asked nicely. I would have come with you. I wanted to come with you. Not talking? Fine. Take me to your leader. I've always wanted to say that.
Shepard's busy. She'll talk to you later.
So now you are speaking to me? Good. I'd like to... Wait. I remember that man. Isn't that...
Stop talking. Keep walking.
But I know him.
Shut up.
Absolutely not. No. You cannot leave Mercuria now. If you go to Guillen...
What if they find you? They'll kill you.
So they kill me. I understand the risks, Enu.
I know you want to protect him, but he is one child. If you end up dead, what do we do?
You carry on. You're stronger now. You can fight them.
So much is happening.
You know that's not true. The General has brought more troops from Azadir. Our situation is precarious.
I'll go with him and make sure he stays alive.
This is where Liko assassinates me.
You will not.
And we lose the both of you? We lost enough of our people when Old Town burned.
Oh.
If Kian had done his duty, those people would still be with us.
Dude.
If you'd listened to me, they'd still be with us.
Exactly.
Torture isn't the only road to truth, Dolmari. Isn't that one of your sayings?
Boys, I'm as soft-hearted as a Zidling schoolgirl, and Bip's my friend too, but I agree with Shepard. We can't risk it.
It's not just about the boy. If I go to Guillen, to the camps, I will find evidence of what they're doing to the Magicals. And if General Harmy and Mother Utana learn the truth of what's being done to innocent creatures, perhaps they'll...
Creatures?
He didn't mean it like that.
Really?
Right, Kian? You didn't mean it like that.
He's shown that he doesn't consider Magicals to be people.
Wait, what?
We still remember that child-molesting Azadi officer you
Oh, come on.
People. Women, children, the defenseless. If Harmy and Utana learn the truth, they may have a change of heart. They may pull their support. We can't win this war on
Dare
our
you
own.
hold that against me?
Vermon and Saya are too strong. With Harmy's men on their side, they'll be unbeatable. But if we undermine this support, even if Harmy does not join our side, our chances will improve. Force me to stay, and we only delay the inevitable. Let me go.
That was a good character
and
switch, by the way, from Zoe to Kian.
You don't make it easy for me to lead, Kian. But maybe it's time I let you make the decisions. I won't stand in your way.
I don't like this one bit. When are you leaving?
Right away. If I can sneak on board a cloud ship leaving for the islands tonight. Which means there's not a lot of time.
Well, don't let me stand in your way. Go be a hero or whatever.
Oh, man. And I don't get to talk to Zoe.
I've spent more time with Enu since I spared that officer's life. Mostly because Liko's been avoiding me like the Dolmari plague.
He's a man on a mission, yep.
That thing I said about being a hero or whatever, that came out all wrong. I'm sorry, It's scary how easy it is to forget about individuals when you're so wrapped up in fighting for the so-called greater good. There's all this talk about our cause and the big picture, and you have to go. That's what makes us people. It's not really about the greater good, it's about all those little goods that we do every day to each other.
She has a really good point there, actually.
Greatest little good of them all. One boy's life. It matters. And I'm sorry.
You don't have to apologize to me, Enu. But thank you.
Just don't die. That's all. Don't die and I'll be fine.
Hey, is it me, or does Enu seem to like Kian?
Shepard's always been the heart and soul of the Resistance, but she's taken a step back lately, leaving me to make the difficult decisions.
Yeah, and that's an odd decision. I wonder why, really.
There are still enough books here to fill hundreds of long evenings and sleepless nights. I've read a number of them, though many are written in languages I've yet to learn.
Remember this interrogation room in the Enclave? I was going to go there and sneak
My
a peek.
favorite stories are travelers' tales, describing journeys across the Northlands, Southlands, and the islands, places I've yet to visit. I also enjoy some of the books about food preparation. The illustrations are often mouth-watering. I have to admit that I sometimes sneak off with one of the children's books to read stories about magical creatures and made-up lands. They give me joy.
Exactly, Scaparle, exactly.
There are still enough books here to fill hundreds of long evenings and sleepless nights. Shepard must long for her herd and the northern plains where her people have roamed for centuries. She tells me they've moved on and that she wants to follow.
There's nothing more to be said. You've made your case, Kian, and I cannot argue, even though I still believe the risk isn't worth it.
So, even though she walks upright, something in her posture makes it seem as though she would, I don't know, run on all fours every now and then. Kind of like maybe a kangaroo, I guess. I don't want to talk to you right now, Liko.
The General's keeping this place operational. He's tireless and louder by the day. Must be his hearing.
Once Bly Bob, I love it.
So, you're heading off on a little cruise across the sea, are you? I know Shepard has her reservations, but I'm with you on this one, boy. We can try and preserve the status quo here for as long as possible, or we can go and do something foolhardy and dangerous, and maybe win this war. So, get your ass to Gian, save that boy, find the evidence, and come back with your limbs intact. Or at least most of them.
Get your ass to
let's
Mars.
end this thing. Once and for all.
Okay, if I recall correctly, the interrogation room was right here. It wasn't this one, it was that one. Last time.
So when is your shepherd gonna talk to me? I don't need to be locked up like this. I'm not an Asadi spy.
Can we open it?
Oh, forget it. It's a long story. What's the
We
point?
can open it.
You don't make the decisions. This is a waste of everyone's time. Just know that every minute I spend here is another minute lost trying to save the world. I mean, no rush, just a friendly FYI.
Whenever we bring someone in, they're questioned in there. If they refuse to answer, they're brought downstairs. Not everyone's comfortable with the screams.
Whoa!
Normally I'd join in the questioning, but I don't have the time now.
Oh, I so wanted to have a moment where Kian and Zoe met. Well, Naane.
Naane's been useful to us since she returned from Myria, since I decided to keep her secret.
You are doing the right thing. Shepard, Shepard carries a great load. It's hard for her to lift her eyes
Exactly,
beyond this
Vaden.
moment. She's afraid of losing you, Kian. Having you here has given everyone hope.
I trust you will keep that hope alive.
I have not forgotten. I will do my part while you are gone. I owe them this.
There we go. But that's also what gives it drama, right, guys? Just, our knowledge...
This used to be a library. It was destroyed by the Tyrant before we drove those beasts out of Mercuria.
Our knowledge, you know, the situational irony, we can detect that they're so close.
My favorite stories are travelers' tales, describing journeys across the Northlands, Southlands,
so that's
and the Islands.
the same loop.
Places I've yet to visit.
Okay, wasn't there a second thing here? Oh no, that was just it zooming in on the books. Okay. Let's see if there's anybody else.
Elgwyn. What ridiculous animals. Comfortable to ride on, though. The symbol of the magical resistance. A dragon, or Draic kin as they're called in the mythology of the Balance. It's a powerful icon. The symbol of the magical resistance. A dragon, or Draic kin as they're called in the mythology of the Balance. It's a powerful icon. I also enjoy some of the books about food preparation. The illustrations are often mouth-watering.
Tons and tons of books. Oh hey, by the way, Neo is out on PC, isn't it? Is that something you'd like to see streamed? Okay, I think we're gonna have to talk to Liko. Jerkbag.
Relations between us have been strained since I spared that officer's life.
You're not leaving without me.
You're needed here, Liko.
Those prisoners, they are my people.
Imprisoned by mine. This is almost certainly a suicide mission. If the Resistance loses us both, they
Neo's
stand
fun?
no chance
Yes.
against the tower.
If you die, I will celebrate your death.
That's why I heard Skaparmal, yeah.
I will never be their leader. You've proven yourself.
Oh, Liko.
Go and stay alive. For them. For all of us.
You still plan to kill me after?
Of course.
Well, I wouldn't want to miss that.
Do you know what he reminds me of? Saravok. Points if you know that reference. God, what a good game that was. And I mean no, not Google. Okay, Kian. Go steal an airship. I really would have wanted to play with the Further Wind Zoe story and see where that ends up. I guess we get along, we did a long Zoe bit already, so I guess this is the key and half of the episode. Because each episode does seem to be divided between the two of them. Hoodie time.
They're bringing magicals through that gate and onto the cloud ship. That cloud ship's headed to Gien with a new batch of prisoners. I must get on board.
We on board the cloud ship. If we get ourselves arrested, you know, into that cage, that would be a difficult... Oh, we can go in. How on earth are we supposed to get on board? Wait, that's above the keep, isn't it?
They're using the staging platform to lift magicals onto the cloud ship.
Gonna have to go inside. Okay. By the way, this is... Yeah, this is the dock from 1, isn't it? Yeah, this is the dock from Longest Journey. How do you spell it? Aha! You'll bing it? Oh, you jerk. Don't bing it, duck go it. I thought I was there. Okay, how on earth am I gonna sneak in there? Or is my cloak thingy still working? That is the dock. No music stall this time. Yep, that is a bit of a pity. I would have liked that flute.
When's this ship taking off?
In a few minutes, I think. It's fully loaded, barely any room in the hold.
Is that the last of the magicals, then?
From the ghetto, yeah. I mean, there are still stragglers. I see them around walking freely like they're actual people and not animals. It's
wow.
disgusting.
Oh, well, they're not really animals.
What do you want? You're not supposed to be here.
Oh, well, they're not
Bugger
really
off before we arrest you.
animals, are they? I mean, they're like intelligent. At least some of them.
No, they're filthy animals. Good riddance to
Wow.
Well, I don't know. I had a long conversation about farming with a Dolmari last year at the Rooster. She seemed nice.
You'll want to be careful talking about your love for the magicals. There's a reason they're being shipped off to the camps, you know.
Right. Never mind.
Anyway, you should be up there keeping watch, not down here talking to me.
Alright then. How am I gonna do this? I don't know. I'm to be it. This is acceptable. You're not gonna find an answer there, but that's alright. It's just a test. It's an adequate...
That lever operates the portcullis.
It's an adequate test. Not quite sure what the test is of. Just basically whether you've played the same game that I have. It's a classic game. It's something I remember of my childhood, actually. When I was young, that's exactly a game I wanted.
The ghetto's been burned to the ground. Whatever's left in
actually,
there,
my father went on a business trip to America.
Shut their doors at night and find.
And he always brought home presents when he came back. So I mentioned, like, I want to, you know, I'll not mention this style of game. Somebody needs to figure that out. But I just said, like, I want a game like this and this and this, because I'd read about the game that I'm referencing in a magazine. I was like, that's the exact game I want. And he came home with that exact game. And I was super happy. I was the happiest kid around, and I played that thing to death. And even later, like a couple of years ago, I replayed it. It's so good. Only Shitball was here, he'd know what to do. Exactly. That gate looks like it could use some welding. Welding. No, I need to open it.
Part of the Harvest Festival tradition.
Just running around here, seeing what's going on. Bet it's asteroids. Yes, the long, complex plot of asteroids. Isn't the full plot of asteroids? You're in a ship, shoot asteroids. Doubt we can go in here. Yeah, okay. Let's, don't have any inventory. Let's see what we can do. Chrono Trigger? No. I didn't even have a SNES. Chrono Trigger is, of course, a SNES game. I did replay it recently on the 3DS, actually. Got a DS copy, which is, weirdly enough, the superior copy. It's better than the SNES game.
He's not paying attention. I could probably sneak up on him.
Well, now, that's not something I expected. He gave him a kind hug, and then the man went to sleep. Don't you worry. It's all right.
Keon?
Oh.
Where are you?
Wow, where'd you come from?
No, you're not going after him. He's not your responsibility.
Body
None
harvest.
of this is on you, Keon.
It's not
that
just
was
one life, Anna.
That was oddly good game.
It's not just Bib.
I wasn't expecting it to be that
take
good.
The Magicals to the islands. They're not given passage to the Southlands. They never come back. It's all a lie. The old and the young families sent away to die, forgotten by everyone. That ends now. I refuse to forget. The Resistance will persevere without me. I'm not really one of them. I never was, I never will be. I'm a Zadi.
You're a Zadi. So what? I'm not saying what they're doing is acceptable, but are you going to free every magical on your own? Take on the entire Zadi army single-handed? You're being stupid and emotional, and you're being selfish. You're leaving us when we need you the most. You're leaving me. Again.
What do you mean by...
My name isn't Anna.
There we go.
I use a different name in every city. It's safer that way. In Sadir, I was Elena, but I never told you my name. You don't recognize me. That's fair, I've changed. You haven't, except for the, you know, it's a good look for you.
You're the girl I saved from Vamon's gang.
Yeah, I'm the girl.
Oh.
Well, that's it. I spent every day these past 20 years thinking about you, and I'm the girl. Oh, I feel so special now.
Aww.
Forgive me, Anna. Elena. I do remember you. Vamon was trying to...
Hurt me. And they would have killed me too if it hadn't been for you. You risked everything and you stood up for me. That was the first time anyone had shown me any kindness. You brought me to Mother Ritana, and she took care of me for a while. I watched you from a distance for years, until I was forced to leave Sadir. But I knew I'd find you again someday, Kiana Varney.
That was... a long time ago. I was a different person.
No, you were a different person in between, but now... Now you are the boy I knew from all those years ago. The boy with his eyes and heart wide open. The boy who risked his life for others.
Aww.
The boy who... Oh, gods damn it. This is why you have to go. Not because you're Azadi, or because you're the Apostle, or the great hero of the Resistance, or because of your goddess, or because you're selfish. You have to go because this is who you are. The boy who saved my life.
Will you help them while I'm gone?
This isn't my war, Keon.
Maybe not. But it is mine. And I believe what happens here will change the balance for all time to come.
I didn't know you believed in the balance.
I didn't. Will you help the Resistance in my absence?
Fine. Fine. I'll help them.
Yeah, sounds a little off, but okay.
What was that for?
For love, you idiot. I've loved you since you lifted me out of that gutter and saved my life. I've loved no one else.
I don't know if I can...
It's taken me over 20 years to find you. You'd better fucking come back, or believe me, Kiana Varney, I will go to the first mountain and drag you back, kicking and screaming, to the world of the living.
Hey, Alex. Nice to see you. How are you doing? That is hilarious. She reminds me of Valyria in Conan. Wait, I got an achievement called the Goat Whisperer. What on earth? Okay, hold up. This conversation, this beautiful revelation about who she is, about she's Anna and Elena, the kid that Kian saved when he was younger, and the achievement I get is the Goat Whisperer. You have a special way with goats. What? What? Ah, that is hilarious. Also, Alex Caparmel's Asteroids has no plot. Well, yeah, if you want to miss all the subtext about the contemporary European artisan industry. Jeez. So, hints. Hints. How could I even hint? You know what I can hint? It has something to do with this, what you're seeing right now. So, Saravok and something you're seeing right now. Can I squish through? No? Okay, I need to go up. Anagrams. It's a nice shift in her realizing why Kian does what he does, and also great for backstory. Yeah, I like that actually, Vaden. Just the shift was very natural. Of her just saying, screw you, you can't go, you can't leave me again. And while trying to explain to him, she realizes why her very explanation means he has to go.
Hey, there's no walking on the wall at night.
Wait, what? Oh, wait, whoa, what a... Oh, there we go. Okay, I want to wait until... There we go. Can I run? No, he hears me. He hears me, okay.
Of martial law.
Finally, Jexus, of course it was Baldur's Gate. Saravok. I thought with anagrams that Skaparl mentioned that he knew as well, because Saravok at one point in Baldur's Gate uses Kovaras. Which is technically not an anagram, it's just reversing the name, but... But yeah, I like the, it's a good method for her to establish backstory. It's a little bit random. Oh, here's who I am. I was a little girl you saved. It was a bit, information dump. I guess that's why Jexus showed up, because it was a lore dump. But still, you know, it was good. Pull me up. Spoilers.
Kian!
Look, if you couldn't figure that one out.
Me.
I thought,
pull me up!
Whoa, oh god, oh god. You know what? I'm gonna grab his hand. What did you do? Oh, most of you did.
Take my hand. Hold on.
I wonder who didn't. I didn't want to risk failing the moment.
Why did you pull me up?
You asked
me to.
Yeah.
You're infuriating.
Because I pulled you up.
Because you continue to give me no reason to hate you.
Aside from murdering your father in front of you.
Of course, Liko along for the ride, Vaynen.
Aside from that.
First was Shadowgate, but then you were like, that log had a child. Baldur's Gate is an anagram of Ultra Badges? What? Oh yeah, I meant like by teenage years. Yeah. Yeah, fair enough. It wasn't like my childhood. Yeah. I remember, oh god, it was in Denmark that we bought the NES. And we had Mega Man, Mario, and Akari Warriors as well. Ah, good stuff. No, fair enough. That I should have said teenage years. Oh, wow, that was it? Oh, wow, we were so close to the end. I could have almost done this last stream had I heard a little bit more. You did? Oh, you didn't even mean that. It's a problem. Okay. All your decisions have been recorded for Book 4. Excellent. The actions and decisions you have made in Book 3 have already changed the course of your journey in important ways. These decisions will be remembered, and they will decide how your journey continues in Book 4. This is a summary of the few of the choices you have made and the consequences they may have in the future. Yeah, stream is over. Screw it. No, obviously we're gonna continue. Oh, yeah, you didn't take Liko. Ah, so you were the one. Okay. Very interesting to see how it differs from your experience then. Okay. Kian Alvane. I've opened up to others about my personal life. I'm not sure how I feel about this. I'm not ashamed of who I am, but I'm also not comfortable with letting others get too close. And my words can be used against me. Some people may address me and treat me differently because of what I've revealed. That's on them and not me. Oh, but nearly everybody did. Kian Alvane, I've returned the mechanic's tools. He will never know what happened, and he will not be punished. He would have been punished? Your actions will not go unnoticed. Oh. It's about 50%, 55% made this choice, so 44.3% forgot? Oh. So the mechanic was punished in the other playthrough, okay. I drugged the rat with cheese and evensong. Even cheese. Perhaps I should have procured that hairy ground crawler in some other way? Your rat catching skills will matter little in the grand scheme of things. Wait, so there was another way to catch the rats? Okay, this I would like to know. How else could you have caught those rats? That's interesting. I thought it was obvious that was the option. Okay, Zoe. I acted quickly and dodged out of the way, giving the man in the suit a clear line of sight. He shot the eye soldier behind me, perhaps saving my life, but who is he? Why did he help me? You'll learn of the consequence of your choice in Book 5. Yes! 65% made this choice. Okay. I wonder what would have happened had I tried to distract. Most streamers give the tools back because they pay too much attention to chat during conversations. Yeah, I run into that problem as well sometimes. You can put a straight pipe on the ground, put some cheese at the end, and catch the rat. Oh. It won't be drugged when you put it into the pipes. I guess that explains why you could get that straight pipe, yeah. Yeah, practically would matter little. I can get that now. Shitbot sacrificed himself to save me. Maybe he wasn't so bad after all. From now on, in my heart, he's no longer shitbot. He's awesome bot. 77% made this choice? Feels all the feels. Wait, what choice? What could I have done differently? What did shitbot do? I mean, I guess I could have figured out a different way to not set off the alarm. I mean, I grabbed the ball and used it on the alarm, and then they figured out that I wasn't there. What? Apparently, there's an option of finishing the game in Book 2, and the game will just roll credits. Wait, what? Are you kidding me, Vaden? You could finish the game in Book 2? If it's not too spoilery, then I'd be interested in hearing how you do that. You can make a choice where you don't meet Shitbot? Oh, of course! You're right, that I found Shitbot by going around the corner, so I led him basically into... Oh, wow. But then again, he wouldn't have been Shitbot had I not found him. He wouldn't have, died as Shitbot. If you refuse to join the Resistance, the game just ends? That is amazing! I made the choice to join the Resistance assuming, that's the game, obviously. You're put in your room, and if you don't change your mind, the door will close and you get the credits? That is hilarious. I love that they did that choice. Okay. Baruti's data is still with Resin Iceland. Was it right of me to give it to Sully? And when will the hand be able to publish the story? At least Baruti's doing okay, even though I betrayed his trust. Your actions continue to have consequences. I like that. That we see that this rolls on. At the Rooster and Kitten, I asked for something fruity and I got an onion. That's life, I guess. Your choice will probably have no consequence whatsoever. After all, what'd you expect? I like it that it's a perfect quarter choice of 24.8. Because what was the difference? Choice and consequence to a T? Yup. That'd be amazing ghost for some guy going, this is what I backed a Kickstarter for 2 episodes? Rip off. I couldn't just leave Liko behind. You'll prove useful to the mission. And maybe we'll go... Sorry, I had a hairball. Maybe we'll go closer and stronger as a team. Choice will have major ramifications. I want to know about the 24% and Yusuke Parmal, what happens in the next book when you don't bring it. Not right now, obviously, but next time. You know what? If we're starting a new book, maybe this is a good time for me to go grab a ginger ale quickly. You know what? Gonna do that. Grab a ginger ale, have a little bit of chocolate. Book 4, Dreamfall chapter Revelations. Oh wait, it was book 5 that we'd get the outcome. Duh, we're just in book 4. 9 journeys, plural. So Zoe's going on a journey? Okay, I'm gonna pause, and I'm gonna get some... Don't worry, Kitty, it's okay. I'm gonna get some ginger ale. It's just gonna be a minute or so. I'll be right back. It's okay, Kitty. Told you I wouldn't be long. Want a moment to pause? Yeah, look, I figured do it right at the start so we wouldn't get interruptions in the middle. Okay, let's get this ginger ale back mixed up. Have a nice piece of chocolate. Let's go.
Zoe?
Zoe?
Druggy goats. Hey, thanks for that retweet.
Zoe? Zoe?
Of course. We sent him out on a mission. He doesn't know I'm... Oh, poor Crow. Got a bottle of Jameson, but no ginger ale to mix it with. I just drink the ginger ale pure. Super easy to make, though, and very delicious. Really? Drinking beers? Crow.
Shoot, bird.
Oh, shoo yourself, you big hairy lug.
What in Charles' name?
The Mojal.
I know you. You arrived with that Stark girl yesterday. You're her bird.
Her bird? I am my own bird, I'll have you know. Her bird. Pfft, the nerve of some people. Besides, I lost her. She done gone vanished on me. I am, it seems, an expert at misplacing beautiful young women.
She's not misplaced. She's with... the Resistance.
The Resistance? So she did find the rebels. And she didn't think to tell me. Well, some friend she turned out to be.
Well, to be fair to the girl, it wasn't entirely... voluntary.
You know, he's very loose-lipped about the Resistance.
They kidnapped her. Crow to the rescue! So, where exactly did they kidnap her to?
I'm not supposed to... Well, I reckon the chances of you being an Azadi spy are rather remote.
That's true.
And that poor girl
He is
could
a magical...
probably use a friend. Do you know the old Sentinel Library outside the city? That's in ruins now, but beneath it, in the Enclave, you'll find your girl. Unless they took her head, in which case...
Hold on, Zoe! Hold on to your head! I'm on my way!
I know, Alex. The Crow does care, doesn't he, just?
I trust you got some sleep last night?
Oh, there we go.
I would have, if you guys believed in bed sheets and pillows.
You are fortunate to be alive, girl. Who are you? Why do you ask questions about the Resistance?
Do you know what I suddenly realize? Do you remember that Zoe leaves Stark and wakes up in Arcadia? So she has, she's wearing a different outfit, and she has completely different hair. In fact, she has more hair. She also doesn't have her skin grafts. So she's disappeared from Stark. Is this a new body? Did she remake her body? How does this work exactly? Because so far, or at least when... yeah, she does something else, doesn't she? That's the problem. Because I'm suddenly thinking, April Ryan, when she shifts, it's her physical body that moves from one place to the next. That's why you have these underwear scenes. You know, she was sleeping in her underwear, and boom, she shifts through a portal to Arcadia. So she's still in her underwear. But with Zoe, she disappears from one place and she reappears in the other. But she doesn't seem to shift exactly. Makes me wonder exactly what it is that she does. It works? What works, sir?
I'll keep it simple. Or maybe it's better to mention the rebels. On the other hand, asking for the rebels is what got me into trouble in the first place. Deny everything? I'll keep it simple. I'm Zoe. I need your help.
Our help? With what?
I didn't know who else to ask. I need to get to the Purple Mountains.
I don't know where that is.
What about the Ular?
I'm sorry.
Abnaxis? Of the Venar?
I have heard of the Venar, but they left the Northlands. And Abnexus? Maybe a whisper. Long ago? Nothing more. I cannot help you.
Damn. Is there anyone here who would know?
Perhaps. But you haven't answered my question, girl. Why should we help you? For all I know, you're an agent of the Azadi.
No, I'm...
Zoe! She's Zoe!
Ah, Crow.
Don't you dare touch her head. She's on an important mission.
I see. And who are you?
Crow. Honorary rebel, long-term avian buddy, and occasional sidekick of April Ryan. Rebel leader, adventurer, hero, savior of the balance. That's right. Here's Crow. This is him. I'm me. So. Where's April? She can vouch for Zoe. They're best friends, tight as two chicks in a nest. I don't see April. Is she out on a mission or sleeping in or...
Poor Crow. He doesn't know.
Why are you both looking at me like that?
I thought you knew.
Knew what? What's going on? What?
April Ryan is dead, Bird. She was assassinated during an Azadi raid on Myria the winter before last. She died a hero's death and was given a hero's burial. We remember her fondly.
What?
I'm so sorry.
Aw, Crow.
Crow! Okay, I'm an idiot.
Poor Crow.
I've heard of this bird. Crow. So, you knew April Ryan?
We met a couple of times. I was there when she died. I found her. I tried to save her, but I couldn't. So, yeah, I guess I knew April.
You're the Stark girl. The one who dreams.
The one who dreams?
They
Hello.
spoke of you. Bakim, Bryn, Chawan. They said you were one of us. Oh, this certainly changes things. But how did you...
He's gone. Of course he's gone. I should have seen that coming. It's not like he could just let Kian go without... Ugh, he's such a... Oh. Hey! Your hair, it's so pretty.
Thanks.
Who's gone, Enu?
What? Oh, Liko. He vanished in the middle of the night, chasing Kian, of course. Idiots, the both of them.
Maybe this is for the best. If Liko can help Kian...
Kian? Big Azadi guy. People call him the Apostle.
You know him?
We met once, briefly. He was kind to me. But isn't he the enemy?
Was. He's with us now. Defected. Yep. Well, except that he abandoned us again to go on a crazy suicide mission.
He left last night.
It's just spilling everything.
Of course. After everything that's happened, we just miss each other.
Oh, Enu, this is Zoe. Am I saying that correctly?
Yeah. Hi. Nice to meet you, Enu.
You're so pretty. That came out wrong. Wanna be friends? Oh, sorry.
Zoe needs our help. She has questions.
Yeah, I can see that.
Of course. No problem. Leave this to me, Shepard.
I'm sorry for questioning you, Zoe. And I'm sorry I could not be of any assistance. Please, stay. Speak with Enu and the others. Perhaps someone here has the answers you're looking for.
Thank you, Shepard.
Where are you from? Your clothes are amazing. Where did you get them?
They came with the jump. I'm from Stark. That's...
Across the divide, on the flip side of the balance, the world of science. Are you serious? That's incredible. I have so many questions. I don't even know where to start. I'm seriously worried my head might explode. I think I need to sit down.
Oh, don't explode. I'm not that special. I mean, you're orange, and the ears...
I'm just a boring old Zid. It's totally normal. Holy crap, Stark. I can't believe it. How did you get here? Are you a shifter?
A dreamer. I just dream myself here.
Just dream yourself here. That's it. No biggie. You are the best thing I have ever seen. Seriously.
Really? Okay. Thank you.
So, what do you need help with? Shepard said...
I'm trying to find the Purple Mountains, and a tribe of magical creatures called the Ular. Someone, a Vanar named Abnaxus, told me to...
Oh, slow down. Okay. Purple Mountains, Ular, Vanar, Abnaxus, right? Nope. None of that sounds remotely familiar. I have never heard any of those words before. Of course, there are a lot of things I don't know. I was a farm girl. A silly zidling. There's so much I don't know.
Good thing we're in the library.
I do know where to look for answers.
Oh? Where?
Books.
The library. The library holds all the answers. Do you have libraries in Stark? Never mind, silly question. Of course you don't. I'll go to our library right now and start looking. Purple Mountains, Ular, Abnaxus of the Vanar. Come find me when you're ready. I can't wait to spend more time with you. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, the conversation does seem a little, just oddly enthusiastic. Wait, is that April? Why do we jump over these two? But yeah, the conversation she is super excited for some reason. And by the way, I like that comment that Alex made a while ago. Like, yeah, I wake up every day in a different outfit and full makeup. I mean, there's actually this interesting little thought experiment. God, somebody actually made a really good comic about it. I need to find that comic again. There's this whole idea about starting with teleporters, and if a teleporter breaks you down in one spot and builds you up in the next spot, does that mean you're still the same person? You know, aren't you technically a different person? Didn't the old person die, the new person wake up? And then they follow out that logic, you know, what if teleporters existed and how does that work? And then it comes to a realization, well, that this key problem is the continuity of consciousness. If in a teleporter, you're broken down here and you rebuild there, and they store your pattern, and that's how it's done, then it's the illusion of continuity that makes you think that you're the same person. But what if you, like in Star Trek, store your pattern in a buffer? You get broken down, you get stored in a buffer for an hour or two, and then you get rebuilt over here. Then suddenly it seems more along the lines of, hey, there's a lack of continuity. There's a gap in consciousness. Are you still technically the same person? And that brings you to a leap. If you accept the whole argumentation around it and follow the logic, that brings you to the next problem. If a gap in consciousness ends basically one person and starts a new person, then doesn't it technically happen every single night? So doesn't that mean that every single day you're a different person? It's a very interesting concept, and kind of actually I'm reminded of that idea by Zoe going to sleep and then disappearing somewhere in Arcadia and then reappearing in Stark as a new person in a new body with new clothing. So I'm interested in of course, Vaden must be enjoying this, as he said a couple of minutes ago, like great analyzing, because of course he knows the answer, as most of you do. But I'm interested in seeing what the philosophical implications are of Zoe essentially having a new body while she's here, which makes me wonder, is that a body or is that the expression of Zoe? Because it's already been mentioned that she is asleep, that she needs to wake up. Now we've used the sleeper and we've gone here, so that does solve the comments that people have been giving Zoe that she's half there. She seems to be fully there now. She referenced that herself, and she now fully disappears and fully enters this area. But it does make me wonder what Zoe is in that sense. If she can create herself there, if she's that kind of a dreamer, does she dream herself into existence? It's interesting. So Ernest has discussed the thought experiment multiple times. From an observer's point of view, it doesn't matter at all. If the person who does go to teleport who does not survive the process. You know, that's the thing, though, from the observer's point of view. But who cares about the observer? I care about the subject's point of view. That's the interesting one. Okay, let's read about April. April, wait. No, everyone's represented in this sort of drawn look. Okay, I was wondering whether she was represented differently. April Ryan was born in our world. Okay, so first hint that the author of this is actually Stark. In the year 2191. When she was 18 years old, she learned that she was a shifter, a person capable of opening portals between the twin worlds of science and magic. April traveled from Stark, the world of science, to Arcadia, the world of magic. There, she learned of a great threat to the balance between the twin worlds. Believing this to be a destiny, she set out on a long journey to save the balance, accompanied by her best friend Crow. Following these events, April and Crow spent several years traveling the Northlands, before events led to their estrangement. After the Azadi invaded the Northlands, April joined the Resistance, and she soon became their leader. It was during her time as a rebel leader that April met Zoe, Spellinger, and Zoe helped April regain her faith in humanity and in herself. But Zoe couldn't save April's life. April was killed by Azadi soldiers in a raid on the rebel base in Myria, the swamp city, after Kian Alvane inadvertently led the Azadi forces there. Her body was burned in a traditional Myrian funeral, but her presence is still felt among the rebels. You know what makes me wonder? We didn't get an interlude with Saga. I think so far between books, we've always had an interlude with Saga. So, that's gonna be interesting. Nice, Vaden. Who cares about the Observer? Care about the donations. The dineros. Because, you know, Twitch gives me a salary. Ah, the sad, crying laughter.
I wish I could have been more helpful and inviting. If I'd known.
I understand. You have to be cautious.
There's much I'd like to ask you. Much I'd like to learn. But with Kian gone, my workload has increased twofold. Perhaps another time, when we're both not so preoccupied.
I'd like that.
I don't know what your mission is.
That guy in the background's amazing.
But I have a feeling it's important, and that our destinies are entwined. We shall speak again, Zoe Castillo. When the winds have quieted, the clouds have parted, and the grass on the Great Plain stands straight and tall once more.
Seriously, that Zid in the background looks so high right now. His face was absolutely the face of, dude, they can totally smell it on me. Oh god.
They look ready to go to war. I hope they won't have to.
Speaking of bits, watching ads for bits is available in more regions as of yesterday. Huh, nice. Because I heard that was,
There are fewer rebels than I thought. Having seen what they're up against.
You mentioned you could finally get bits, right? So I'm glad they're expanding that.
I assume it's not an actual dragon's head, but you just never know in this world.
Just gonna run around and see if there's any specific people we can talk to.
They kept me locked up in one of those cells all night. This may not be a prison, but it's not far from it. One night in a cell was plenty. I have no wish for a repeat visit.
Is Naane here? Ah, sneak a peek though. No, okay. Kian's room.
I believe that mural depicts this place. The Enclave. Apparently, it used to be alive.
Whoa! Oh god! What was that?
I'm not.
Achievement shady business?
Around on your own?
The balance has shifted? What the? What was Jakai doing in that room is the achievement that I got. What on earth is I did not see him there. So apparently, we caught him while we were snooping around in Kian's room. Oh, wow. I was very surprised. And yeah, Ghost, bits are used as a donation for streamers. I think it's 1 bit to a cent or something along those lines. The entire idea is to encourage people who don't have much to give or want to give something but don't want to hit that $1 minimum to just go like, hey, 5 cents, you know, here's something fun. Okay. God, I was not expecting him to be there.
This doesn't look right, but I probably shouldn't be snooping. He looks guilty. What's going on here?
Yeah, suspicion. Hey, Uther. Good to see you.
Is this your room?
Well, we don't have our own rooms. Anyway, Keen's gone. I was just looking for... It's Zoe, is it not? I'm Jakai, Ben-Rima Salman's nephew. She said some very nice things about you.
You'll have to give her my regards. How is Ben-Rime? I noticed the journeyman was closed down.
Yeah, she's in Coldstone. They arrested her for colluding with the Resistance. She was sentenced to 10 years in the dungeons. I don't know if she'll survive that. Anyway, I'm sure she'll be happy to hear that you're back in town.
I'm sorry about your aunt.
Yes. Thank you. I don't know what I'll do without her. She's the only family I have.
Nice, Uthor. Watermelon. Ah.
Look, I have to go into town on an errand now, but please let me know if there's anything I can do for you.
If you have a nice melon wrapped in some ham. Oh. Okay, this is very suspicious. What on earth is going on? Also, those spectacles are pretty cool. So we accidentally just run into this guy. I can't believe that I didn't see him. Look, I just ran through like this and then just focused on that thing and just totally did not notice him. But the balance has shifted. Did you see that? Just as we stood there, the balance has shifted. So it was something important that we interrupted.
One of those big cow turtle things I saw back in town. One thing's for sure, I'm never ever riding one.
Even though Kian says they're super comfy.
A white dragon. There's only supposed to be one of those at any given time. I met the current one. She was beautiful and eccentric. They add colour to the place, if nothing else.
And normally, a solid tapestry also helps keep in the heat.
So many books. Which makes sense, given that this used to be a library. I hope Enu finds a clue in one of these books. Part of me wishes I had time to stay here and read and learn more about this strange world.
I want that to be on my tombstone.
So many books.
Just
which makes sense.
Here lies Byronic Gamer.
A part of me wishes I had time to stay here and read and learn more about this strange world.
How amazing would that be?
Purple Mountains, Ular, Ula. Nope, nothing, no.
Enu's really weird and very sweet, and I like her a lot.
Books, please don't fail me now.
So many good things I wanted to just get the audio from.
On abscesses. Ooh, nope, that's a different type of ab.
I have to resist this intense desire to stroke her yellow fur.
The turtle
I don't think that'd be kosher.
Believed to be the petrified remnants of 3 titan turtles that rose from... and interesting? Sure. Relevant? No.
I have to resist this intense desire to stroke her yellow fur.
Orlawal.
I don't think that'd be kosher.
Oxman. There must be something in one of these books that'll help you find what you're looking for. I'm gonna keep looking until I find
it. That's what I'm thinking, Arm. I'll just have to settle. Hey, Indy. We're petting this little kitty. Hi, little buddy. The solution works perfectly, by the way. Just put a chair next to my whole stream setup and fold a nice blanket until it's a big fluffy pillow for him, and he is super happy to be here.
Which makes sense, given that this used to be a library. I hope Enu finds a clue in one of these books.
Show me what you're made of. Naxos, Purple Mountains, Ular. Books, please don't fail me now.
Okay, let's go fight Crow. So, Crow flew off. Let's head back to where we were and then figure out what happened. So, we were talking here. Crow hopped onto these books and then flew off in this direction. So if he's a crow, he flies. I assume he'd be up there, but I guess not. Other option is he did fly up there. There we go. We need to go upstairs. No, we can't go upstairs. Okay. Okay, so did he fly off down here?
The library's in the back, if you're looking for Eno. Feel free to wander around up here, but downstairs is off limits.
Bad touch, not for the kitty. No. Oh, there's Crow. There we go.
There he is. I should go talk to Crow. I can't believe he didn't know about April. I'm so sorry, Crow. I thought you knew.
It's fine. It's not your fault. I just can't... I can't believe she's gone. But I sort of knew, you know. I felt it in my heart.
Aww.
And that final time we were together, it wasn't like it used to be. It was weird. Like too much time had passed and we drifted apart. I should have known it wouldn't last.
Aw, poor Crow. His last paper drawing. Oh, no. So we can examine the dragon head? Absolutely.
How can you ever know something like that? He's not alone in feeling that. I know that feeling. It's something you just have to learn to live with.
I know. I will. Were you there when she...
You know, Crow his voice actor is actually surprisingly good at this for just being the guy who tells fart jokes. This is well delivered, these lines.
I witnessed the whole thing, but should I tell Crow that? Perhaps better to avoid the topic and get him thinking about other things.
No, honesty.
I was there. I saw it happen. I tried to help her, to save her. I know I was supposed to, but I couldn't.
Not your fault. Bad things happen. People die. Life goes on. Anyway, did I help with, the rebel thing? Did they believe you? That you're not a spy?
You did. They do. It's fine now. They'll help us.
Good. They're not gonna cut your head off?
What? No?
Good. I wish I could have been more helpful. But it was 10 years ago, and I didn't really pay attention to what April said about that Abnaxis chap.
It's okay.
If you don't mind, I need to be alone for a little while. Clean my feathers, sharpen my beak, reflect on the nature of life. Bird stuff.
Totally understand.
Bird stuff.
I'll find you in the city.
Oh man, Crow. Just when you thought he couldn't be a better buddy, he turns out to have some real depth to him. Poor Crow. You hate all the watermelon? There. Aw. It's a snoo moment, isn't it, Huthor? Like, happy, sad, happy, sad, happy, sad, sappy? Had? Picked really good voice actors for this? Yeah, no kidding. Because this was, particularly given how Crow was always a comic figure, this was very, having a good comic actor is something else than having a dramatic actor. Although I wonder if anybody knows, can a good comedy actor, does being good at comedy make you good at drama? Or does being good at drama make you good at comedy? Or are the two so vastly different that there's no connection at all? Spending money on better, more voice actors is better than spending money improving graphics? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think so. The voice actors really make it.
Ooh, nope.
Don't get me wrong, the graphics are nice, but the fidelity isn't what's grabbing me in this game. It's the design that really makes
Mountains.
me just impressed with this.
Believed to be the
have to
petrified
resist
remnants
this
of three
intense
types. I've been trying to find a
desire to
book
stroke
or
her yellow
scroll or
fur.
manuscript or map or
I don't
torn
think
note
that'd be
page or
kosher.
ancient magical tome or pamphlet or a piece of cloth that mentions the Purple Mountains or
Wow,
the
okay.
Ular, but no luck. It's really frustrating. This library has never let me down before. Bad library.
Hey, don't scold the library. I've seen 23 with Jim Carrey. He's thrilling. He's amazing in that movie. Yeah, but Jim Carrey has done more drama, though. Apparently, I don't know how accurate this is, but he's got bipolar disorder. And apparently every now and then, like most people with bipolar disorder, they have this moment where they think, like, I'm great. I'm cured. I don't need the medicine anymore. Then they go off the lithium, and then they spiral right back in. And apparently it's when he's on the lithium, he does comedies. When he's off the lithium, he does the drama. I don't know how accurate or true that is. It seems like an interesting story, though. Yeah, Huther says the two are very closely linked. I think so. That's the whole drama symbol, right? The laughing mask and the crying mask. Yeah, Bryan Cranston, good comedy, went to drama. Hugh Laurie, exactly. Jamie Foxx, yeah, good point. Stuart E. McKellen, that is a whole bunch of good examples, actually, yeah.
She seems so curious about me, and I haven't asked her a single question. This is where I try to connect and make friends. There must be something here. This is where I try to connect and make friends.
You just joined the Resistance?
Oh, yes. No. Not really just. About half a year ago? Wait, more than that. Time flies when you're having fun. Well, fun.
Sometimes you need to make the best out of a bad situation.
Right. And it's my duty. We're doing good, important work here. Also, I didn't want to end up living the life my parents wanted for me.
I can identify with that.
This is so nice. I wish we were sisters. Can we be sisters? You don't have to answer that.
Creepy.
Do you have any siblings?
I did. Sort of. Long story. You?
Oh, lots. Boyfriend! Do you have one of those?
We just broke up. In incredibly bad timing. It's been a difficult few months. I was asleep for a long time. I forgot a lot of the stuff that happened to me before I fell asleep. I tried to remember, but I couldn't. Until my memories caught up with me. On top of all that, I started flirting with my therapist, and now I don't even know if I should have trusted him or... Oh, Jesus. It's a long story. Very complicated. Maybe another time?
Yes, please?
Okay, I want to see what you're saying, because Jex has posted something that looks really interesting. I think it's easy for comedy actors to do drama than the other way around. Comedic timing is a very specific thing. Yeah. Not sure it can be taught all that easily. Depends on what you flag as being comedy, what you flag as drama. Yeah, true. Most of the time, two sides of the same coin. Yeah. What is it again? Comedy equals drama plus time, something along those lines. Everyone in MASH? Oh yeah, MASH is, oh god, so good. Alan Alda is, to be honest, I still, when I see Alan Alda, I think Hawkeye. And then every time you see him in something else, or those movies where he plays the bad guy, you're like, Hawkeye, no! You're supposed to be lovable! Where's your distillery in the tent? Probably moments that still bring forth tears if you've seen all of them multiple times. Oh yeah. Yeah, but then MASH had some real moments in it as well. Of course, the whole thing was about the dark humor in the what is it again? It was about the Vietnam War, but it was in the Korean War, right? As in, that was the actual setting, but it obviously, it was supposed to be about the Vietnam War. Blackadder goes forth, especially the finale. Oh yeah, what is it again? Where he suddenly turns to the camera and goes, I realized what we did wrong. We tried to get out of here by pretending to be insane, but in a place like this, who'd notice? It's also the ending to Mitchell and Webb. I love that sketch where somewhere earlier on, I don't know if it's in the season or in the same episode, Mitchell Webb talk about like how weird the ending of Blackadder was, and they sort of mock it like in a sketch, which is them as the actors representing themselves, but they're sort of talking arrogantly like, oh, who would have done an ending like that? That's so pretentious. And then the end, Mitchell and Webb look in that same, it's so good. Tend to agree. You act, but you're utterly humorless. You have the opposite of comedic timing. Yeah, exactly. That Mitchell and Webb look. That's the show. But you act too, Alex. That's cool. I don't act at all. I've never been on stage. Never been an actor. It's just not me. I don't like the rehearsed nature of it. I love seeing theater and play, but I am not an actor or a performer. It just doesn't mesh.
She seems so curious about me, and I haven't asked her a single question.
Exactly, Erm. Are we the baddies? I mean, we've got skulls on our uniform.
Enu, right? I don't feel we were properly introduced.
I know you are. I mean, no, yes. You're right. Enu.
Hi, Kitty.
I am Enu. I hope you're staying a while. It would be so great to have someone around who's not a surly warrior with mommy issues, or a stoic leader, or a battle-hardened soldier, or just batshit insane. I mean, there's Jakai. He's pretty normal, except for his aunt issues, but he's a bit too... Hey, so, what do you do when you're not saving the world?
Now I get it.
Neural programming. I mean, I did. Then my world shut down, and now I just watch a lot of shows and eat. Sorry.
Didn't understand any of that, but it was still amazing. Tell me again?
Maybe
nice,
next
Alex.
time?
What a stab.
I can't wait to talk more about all these things we have in common. We must have a sleepover.
Shakespeare wrote as many comedies as he did tragedies and dramas, right? I don't know. I think it's... Wait, I have several copies of everything, but yeah, I think I have a A.L. Rouse collection, and it's a third comedies, a third histories, and a third tragedies. So I guess that's fair enough, yeah. But yeah, Kid Marlowe. Absolute favorite moment from MASH is when Charles is annoyed by a group of Korean musicians since they don't play perfectly with the improvised instruments. I love that character so much. Just the whole stuck-up nature of it is great. Okay, so here's my thing about Enu, and I agree with you, Urim, that Enu, it seems a bit forced, her behavior. But this conversation makes it clear to me. If you think about it, she is a young farm girl, right? A zidling. She represents herself like, oh, I'm just a zidling, whatever. And she's always belittled by the others, as in she's a little kid. Or at least that's the sensation that I got. The impression that they all sort of offhandedly mentioned her, like, she's a little kid. She's the new kid. So she apparently left her parents behind. And if you look at the rebels, all of these people, as she just described as well, they're all surly warriors with mommy issues. There's warrior women who have all these plans and things to uphold. If you think about it, she's a young girl with nobody else to relate to, and suddenly there is another young girl. So I can see how already her character, I don't know if it's something typical of her species, her culture, or whether it's just her as a character, but she's already very impulsive, very excitable. And now she sees, apparently, I guess, the first person that she sees that she thinks, I can be friends with her. This can be just a friend for me. And she's going completely over the top with it. I can at least understand that.
There must be something here. So, no luck?
Nothing. Sorry. And I've read most of these before. I can't remember coming across any of those words you mentioned. There's not much else to do here in the evenings except read.
I'd forgotten that.
I don't really have any female friends. It gets lonely. Anyway, I've been through all the encyclopedias and travelogues, but
I don't have that many female friends.
Mountains or the Ula?
Nothing. I mean, the Purple Mountains sounds colloquial. It may have a different name officially, But the Ular, there should be something about them. It's a magical race?
They didn't look human.
Weird, there's nothing about them. They must be very isolated. Or,
Thanks, Venom.
Or
I'm so happy I did.
Or someone's trying to hide something. Which would be weird and very hard to pull off. Forget I said that.
Okay. I keep forgetting what race Abnaxis is from. The Venar? Venar, yes. Here's what I would have done. What is the Venar phrase for the Purple Mountains? And let's try and find that phrase in a book. That's a fun fact. Your grandfather fought in the Korean War. Whoa, Thor. Mash still hold up? You never really watched it over the years of growing up. You keep coming back to it conceptually every so often. To be honest, I haven't seen it in a while. Mash by far the best sitcom made to this day. Oh, it is. Mash, I absolutely agree. Watching it back in the day, amazing. So good. But I haven't seen the show. Would actually be nice to do a rewatch of that.
I'm on a deadline. I should just cut this short. I guess I'll have to look elsewhere.
Oh no, I'm so sorry. I really thought I'd find something. I feel terrible. Do you want to be my friend? Oh, I already asked you that. I'm coming on too strong, aren't I? I am, I can tell. Stop it, Enu.
No, not at all. I'd love to be friends. And thank you for helping me.
Much good that did. I really wish I knew who else could...
For the love of the festering demon shrimps of Jaharva, do I have to do everything in this place?
She knows him.
I didn't spend all those years living on the streets of Marcuria, pilfering food and liberating fat purses to deal with this shite. I swear I'd be better off going back to sleeping in Abnaxis' stone tree. If I can't even get a mattress that isn't...
This is the hint for us to go to Abnaxis' tree.
Do your bleeding jobs, people. Is that too much to ask?
Because of course it's Abnaxis' place, and he references it, and he has books in there, including Lord of the Rings, so Abnaxis should have a book that describes the Purple Mountains. I'm just happy that Zoe remembers Not So Blind Bob.
That guy looks familiar, but I'm not quite sure where I... Is that Blind Bob, the beggar? That guy looks familiar.
Do you know what I like?
I'm not quite sure where I...
The tooltip is Blind Bob. If you remember Kian Ilvane, when he looked at him, it was Not So Blind Bob or formerly Blind Bob, but she still sees him as Blind Bob. So the tooltip is Blind Bob.
Blind Bob?
Eh? What? Who's asking? Well, blessed be me striped breeches. You're the lass what brought me mulled wine back when I'd hit rock bottom in Marcuria. What in the name of the eight-eyed octo-god of Tartillus are you doing here?
I was about to ask you the same thing.
Octo-god.
Except for, not those words exactly.
Oh, I left my life of beggaring behind. Cleaned myself up. Joined the resistance. I'm a general now.
Fancy.
I'm making a difference.
Yeah, the first thing we have to do is ask about his blindness.
He was theoretically blind, but now he can see. It makes less and less sense the more I think about it.
If you remember, he wasn't actually blind. He just saw the sky as a different color every day.
What happened to your theoretical blindness?
Cured! I was blind, theoretically, but now I can see.
I once
to be honest,
was
some
lost.
days I wonder if I ever was theoretically blind. Or if it was all hypothemetaphysical. You know, just in my head, like. It was simpler being blind Bob and resorting to beggaring and vagrancy than taking a long, hard look at myself in a speculum. Particularly on account of the blindness. I wish me old pa could have lived to see me. He always believed in me, even when I didn't. To the bitter end, he told me I had potential. I nodded and wept and promised him I'd try my best. Then, as he drew his last ragged breath, I stole his purse and his breeches. Well, Pa, I'm sorry about the breeches. I'm making something of life now. Making something of myself. I'm no longer blind Bob. Call me Bob who can see.
So reunites Blind Bob. Excellent. Oh. Huthor is saying, oh, this is about your grandfather, right? Died before you were born. He was on patrol around the base when he was stationed at the end of winter. He was wrapped in somebody's foot, fell clean through the snow. Whoa. He dragged his boot out. He pulled up the corpse of a frozen solid Korean soldier. Whoa! Brushed it off, called some guys to collect a body, and continues on his patrol. Whoa, that's dark. That is also the last word I expected Bob to say out loud. Yeah, Alex, I know that as well, where I thought, like, a speculum? Are you sure about that word?
General? Are you an actual general?
Oh.
Aye. See these stripes? General Bob, that's me. I takes care of the logic sticks round here, so the place don't crumble to pieces.
The logic
Shepard's
sticks.
busy with the strategeering. Kian sorts out who to murder and how. Liko makes a fine job of being contrary, and Enu keeps everyone's spirits up. I mean, when she's not shooting Azadi soldiers in their eyeballs with her bow and arrow. Me, I make sure the ladder's stocked, the sheets are clean, relatively speaking, and that the piss pots are empty. Can't go to war on a full bladder.
I want to lead up to Abnaxis in the Purple Mountains.
I just can't imagine how the blind Bob I met in Marcuria turned into this man. It's an impressive transformation. How did you end up with the rebels?
Not long after you and I met, I overdosed on mulled wine.
Whoa.
Spooked me good, that did. I figured I had two choices. Either spend the remainder of my days in the gutter, stinking of foreign spices and currants, and to be honest, there didn't seem to be a whole lot of days left. Or I could clean myself up, try to amount to something after a lifetime wasted on wine, women, and various gutters. The moment I looked up, I saw how the Azadi were running magicals out of Marcuria. I couldn't ignore it. It was disgraceful. I mean, magicals always treated me with kindness and respect. I felt I owed them. So, here I am, doing my part and paying my debts. Aside from the gambling at the bar tabs, mind you. And I feel 20 years younger to boot.
It's such a weird bit of comic relief.
It's a long shot, but... Have you heard of the Purple Mountains?
Oh, aye, of course. Everyone's heard of the Turtle Mountains.
No.
Sorry, purple, not turtle.
That's what I said. Turtle. Right, of course. You don't know. Why would you? My apologies, lassie. See, I have a serious P deficiency. It's been a lifelong struggle. The Turtle Mountains.
Why? How can you say my apologies? Shouldn't you say my itologies?
Didn't he just mention Abnaxis? Or was that my imagination?
Nature Latin refers to a reflector, looking glass, or mirror from specere to look at to view. Yep. Yeah, it is. That's why I figured he is like Mrs. Malapropism. Mrs. Malaprop in The Importance of Being Earnest. At least that's where Mrs. Malaprop is from, right? Always using the wrong word to describe everything. I think it's Importance of Being Earnest. But yeah, I figured it was the same thing, that they use the word because it sort of means that, but it also doesn't.
Do you know someone called Abnaxis?
Fair point, Huther.
Abnaxis? Now, there's a name I haven't heard spoken in years. Where do you know it from?
You just said it.
Sorry, I just overheard. Actually, I met Abnaxis recently. Well, I dreamed about Abnaxis. Or maybe it was more like a vision. This sounds crazy, I know, but...
Sounds completely sane to me, lass. Abnaxis turning up in visions. That's exactly the sort of fellow he was. Persistent, unpredictable, and not a little annoying. I met him when he was the Venar ambassador to Ireed. This was before the gutters, when I was still a dapper chap on the Marcurian party circuit. We hit it off, especially seeing as I was going blind, theoretically, and he saw everything, past, present, and future. Years later, as he was leaving town, he entrusted me with the key to his home, said to take care of it. I'd sleep there from time to time, Very uncomfortable bunk.
Thought you said take care of it, not take care of it.
Ancient books and foreign weeds. I didn't much care for it, to be honest.
No, I'm not gonna go there.
I'm sure he said key. And where there's a key... You said something about a key to Abnaxus's house?
They called it the abode back then. Abnaxus's abode. Primitive accommodations, but luxurious location. Prime real estate. Central with a garden view. Very quiet at night.
And the key? Do you still
I can't believe we're going back to Abnaxus's
really
house.
Important.
Oh, I carry it with me every day. After all, it is a magic key. Figured it might do me lumbago some good.
What about this house? I mean, the abode?
Also still there, and not hard to find. Sits right circle in the center of the city green. Abnaxus carved it out of a petrified tree with his own morbidly huge hands.
That's fair.
A few years ago, the authorities turned it into an historical landmark. Of course, no one can get inside, on account of the Venar magic. Not without the key, at least.
This key, can I...
Oh, sure. Heavier than it looks, ain't it? More powerful than iron, worth its weight in precious stones, and then some. This magic goes back to the first magic. None of that modern hocus-pocus. You feel it in your fingers when you hold it. Tingles, don't it?
It does. Sorry, I know this is asking a lot, but can I...
Borrow it? Aye, why not? It's done the lumbago no good. And I don't have much use for the place, now that I've a proper bunk here. But keep it safe.
Exactly, Redden. I'm looking forward to it.
Abnaxus left most of his belongings behind and entrusted me with their care. I'd hate to betray that trust.
I promise.
Let's speak with Enu for a second. Do you want to tag along? You know, new buddies and all?
Hey, I made progress. Blind Bob, the General, gave me the key to Abnaxus's house. I might find what I'm looking for there.
That's great! Oh, I wish I could come with you, but there's this whole furry thing I've got going on.
Oh, that's a little bit too personal for me.
Big no-no in the city these days.
Sorry about that. Humans can be real dicks sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes. Some humans, not most. You're a good human. What are these dicks you speak of?
Well, now.
Not important. Thanks again for your help.
Are you leaving already? We just met, and you'll come back though, right?
I hope so.
Oh, okay. Because there's so much I want to talk about, and I'll let you go now. Thanks for talking to me, Zoe. I miss you already. Shut up now, Enu. Okay, thanks, bye!
I have to resist this intense desire to stroke her
Achievement
yellow
unlocked
fur.
Sleepover?
I don't think
Got to know Enu
her.
properly and said your goodbyes. Aw, that was an achievement for this. Aw, that's cool. Thanks, Blind Bob. There's an achievement for being nice to Enu. I like that. Okay, let's see. Shepherd. There we go. Oh, wait. There you go. Alex found it. Mrs. Malaprop is older than that, from Richard Brinsley Sheridan's 77 play The Rivals. Importance wasn't written until 1894. Ah! See, I remember Mrs. Malaprop from somewhere. I thought it was Importance. But The Rivals, Sheridan, yes. Cool, thanks, Alex. I always lose track of that one. So I fondly remember being in a back alley on Melee Island, back in Secret of Monkey Island 2. Oh, yes, I remember with the little, it's a little police barrier, right, that you can't get through. That was fun. So I was to ask Keen about them. He should know. Ooh. How appropriate, Alex. You fight like a cow. Vaden beat me to it, darn it. En garde. Touché.
You spoke with the General. Did you find what you were looking for?
It's a step in the right direction.
Good. I've asked them to ready a boat for you. Whenever you're ready, it will take you into the city. I may not fully understand your role, Zoe, but there's something about you that... I've learned to have faith in the balance. The balance provides. The balance guides. It's guiding you now. You must let it take you wherever it leads, like a leaf on a river. Bend to its will.
I'll try.
No leaf metaphors,
May
please.
your
Too
gods
soon.
favor your journey.
Too soon.
You'll be in my thoughts and dreams.
Alright, boat time. I am like a leaf on the river. Watch me float. Because everything floats down here. Hi, buddy.
Equipment-wise, the Azadi are definitely winning, but righteousness counts for a lot.
Shepard said to take you into town. Just get in that boat and we'll leave immediately.
Okay, let's get into town. Oh god, Alex, you picked the most difficult one. Every enemy I've met, I've annihilated. Oh god. When I'm done with you, you'll be...
Now I need to find the city green. I wish Crow was with me. I feel less alone with that silly bird around.
Aww. Wait, is that? That is Crow, isn't it? Buddy!
I feel better having Crow around, even though I'm not sure what he can do. Still,
You're back!
A useless
And your
sidekick
head's
is better
still
than no
on.
sidekick.
Did you swim?
I'm not saying he... Swim? No, boat. I boated. I mean, they dropped me off in a boat.
Impressive. So, what's the next step on our grand adventure? Tea and biscuits? A hearty nap, perhaps?
I need to find the city green and the home of Abnaxis.
I visit the city green every day to clean my feathers in the fountain. Follow me.
Oh yeah, it's an easy route. It's right down there. What is some of the other ones?
I really wish you had wings.
So do I, Crow.
Isn't it,
Hey, are you okay?
Oh, glad
Sure,
to see
why
you
wouldn't I be?
attended your family reunion,
I mean,
Vane.
April and...
Of course I'm not okay, okay? But I'm okay. I'll be okay. It's okay. We're okay. Don't worry about it, okay?
Okay.
She's not the first friend I've lost, and she won't be the last. You learn to roll with the punches. It's either that or punch back. Real hard.
It's also one, what is it? Last time I was in a battle this tough, my hands were covered in blood. Well, I hope you learn to stop picking your nose.
So, how's business?
Pretty good.
Just wanted to make sure you felt comfortable. Nice. So good. I remember having to learn all of
I
those.
must admit that I'm getting rather excited
The
about
first one,
these.
How's your memory coming along? Do you remember anything about this place now?
I worked so hard to remember, but no, not much. It was winter.
True. Winter changes everything. What with the snow and the ice and all.
And the city looked different. Smaller.
It probably has grown a bit.
But no, I don't really remember anything at all.
Perfectly fine. I also remember very little, but then I am a bird with a bird brain. So what can you expect?
So I think it's around the corner here, right? Should totally play Monkey Island on stream. But yeah, which version? I think there's one with... I think GOG has the one with audio, right? I need to breath mint shopkeeper. Ugh, you're telling me. That's no good news. Monkey
What's going
Island
on
is so
here?
good.
Isn't that... Are they trying to chop down Abnaxis' abode? Great. That's great.
So this is it. Abode of, big ugly thing what speaks funny?
Apparently so.
That describes a lot of
there's
people I know.
someone else here.
Apparently so.
Huh.
Good bird.
So what now?
I don't know. Do you have any suggestions?
We kill them, bury their bodies, and then go about our lives as if nothing happened.
That's disturbing.
Yeah.
I know. I'm dark.
I'm really not in the mood for killing today. Or any day.
Fine, then you come up with something.
New version of Monkey Island 1 has an option to change the graphics and music back to the original version. Yes, that's what I want. Press button to switch between them. I think I have that one. I think I have that that version. I mean, sure you can update the graphics, but the classic pixel style is the best.
This unholy tree's
The Amiga version? Ooh.
Take me seriously. They'll see I have the power to get things done. Maybe then I can stop licking the arses of the Azadi. Goddess this and goddess that. It leaves a bad taste in my mouth, sucking up to their feminine deity. Give me a world without gods and goddesses, a world ruled by humans and true Northlanders. No magicals, no supernatural women folk, no superstitious invaders. A world by and for man, with the woman in her rightful place at home.
What is about racism or speciesism that just always
really
picks up misogyny as a hitchhiker? I mean, it's never, well, yes, these magicals are horrific creatures and we should put them all in death camps. But, you know, let's be honest, though. I mean, women should have just as much right to earn as much as we do, and it's never something like that. That thing is horrific.
That is just a big, nasty nope. I don't care if it looks pretty. It's a giant insect. Ugh.
Ugh. Yep, I'm with you. Giant moth? No, hell no. I'm okay with normal-sized moths, but that size? It's bigger than your face. That would be horrific. Although, I have to admit, normal moths, I can take care of them, no problem. But I kind of enjoy seeing Indy, because he gets so excited with a moth. So I'll call Indy over, and here's the thing. He will come running when I call him for that. And he'll come running, and he's like, oh my god, it's a moth. Yes! And then for the next 20 minutes, he's super happy hunting that thing.
I think I saw that man in town yesterday, speaking to a small crowd. What's he doing?
Being an idiot. Oh yes, the opening music of Monkey Island is so good. The press play on tape version though, that's a lot of fun.
Ah, a member of the voting public. Honor Hilaris, Esquire, at your service, madam. But I'm sure I don't need to introduce myself to you, You've seen my
I'd rather
face
not
in
have
print
to
and in
introduce.
public appearances.
No.
You know me as an honourable and truthful fellow who stands with the common man. And woman. We shan't forget the common woman. Yes, yes. I'm, of course, running for Commissioner of City Watch, a position sorely and desperately in need of new blood. The Watch needs strength. It needs direction. It needs humanity. In other words, it needs me.
No. True, although, actually, are the Asadi racist, though? That's the weird thing about this that I'm figuring out. I mean, they are the equivalent of... They're sort of the equivalent of the Nazis. But we do know that their motivation is absolutely not to get rid of these people, or the argument that they are economically not viable. That they're just getting rid of them to make the engine. But then again, they are completely disregarding their lives. I wonder if the Azadi actually believe their own rhetoric about these people. I mean, regardless of the argument of why they're doing it, the actual action that they're taking is absolutely racist. So, yeah.
Let's see if I can get him talking about himself. He sounded more than happy to do so. It's Hilaris, right?
Oh no, Hilaris, Esquire, licensed solicitor.
Oh yeah,
and your
absolutely,
candidate
man.
for Commissioner of City Watch.
It's an unusual name.
It's unique, certainly, but it's a Northlander name with deep roots in Mercurian society. My father, the esteemed Hubert Hilaris Esquire, served dutifully for many years on the council. He was respected, feared, and admired by all. Of course, that was before he was beguiled by that Dulmare witch. She used her wily sorcery and beastly sensuality to lure my father away from his family. Away from...
Really now?
From us.
I wonder if that's an
I've sworn to
parallel with Adolf
restore
Hitler.
our sacred heritage. The witches shall burn, humanity shall prevail, and the name Hilaris shall no longer be the butt of spiteful jests.
Really now?
He's gunning for a political position with the City Watch. I wonder what his end game is. You're running for City Watch?
Indeed, the Watch is in dire need of strong male leadership in this time of dark crisis.
I emphasize male. You're such a
As you well
disgusting
know,
little man.
The current commissioner, a person of the female persuasion, has failed to maintain order in the city in these dark, trying times. She's been soft on sorcery, magnanimous with magicals. She's indulged the occult, and she's extended an open hand to non-humans, acting in discord with our
Join our
foreign
Discord server.
benefactors. Oh, it's understandable. She's weak. She's sentimental. She's merely a woman, and she's not been able to properly inspire the men of the Watch to take appropriate action against our occult immigrants. As soon as I'm elected, this will change. We will honour Azadi law and make Mercuria pure again. No more magic, no more magicals. And our women folk can once again return to home and hearth to be pampered and protected by their husbands, fathers and brothers. As it should be. Yes, yes.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, Erm. Actually, I have an odd fondness for playing the right bad guy or playing the right disgusting person. Because if you, as an actor, do that well, that's really impactful. That's, for instance, what I like about, what was it, the Kylo Ren in the new Star Wars. Because he's a whiny little emo brat, and that's his character. And that's what I actually liked about the character, and the actor portraying him is like, yes, that's exactly what he should be doing. He is portraying a whiny emo brat really well. Which is, I think, a really good characterization. That's why I admire the actor doing that, for portraying him in exactly that creepy way. Also, I'm hoping that the build-up of that character is going to be built up to something really evil. Because right now, the impression you have of him is like, he's a little jerkwad. You know, he's an annoying little brat. So I'm hoping that in the next movies, he does something so disgustingly evil that you just watch it and you get this experience of, oh my god, what the... You know, it blows your mind. I hope that that's where they're going with this.
He appears to be an Azadi supporter. I wonder how genuine it is.
Wow, Vaden, you're veering awfully towards American politics there.
I take it you're happy with the Azadi occupation?
No, I wouldn't call it an occupation, not anymore. The Azadi came to save us from the Tyrant invaders, and they stayed to protect us against all magicals. They're our benefactors, not our oppressors. But the Resistance has put us all at risk. Unless we re-establish human dominion over the Northlands, we'll be vulnerable when the Azadi eventually return to Azadir. For believe me, they will. Oh, they've promised as much. This is not their land, and this is why I run for office. To build a Mercuria by and for humans, one that can stand the test of time and stand up against occult invaders. We must invest in the future, and you can't spell future without Ona Hilaris.
Yeah, you can.
It looks... Why are you trying to knock down this tree?
Listen to her thoughts.
Oh, it's not just a tree. It's an affront to common decency and humanity. This so-called domicile was the dark and dangerous den of one of the most militant of magicals.
Militant?
An abominable beast that threatened our young and our women by its mere existence.
What?
Eradicating this occult stone tree from our historic green is not just my election promise to voters, but my God's-given responsibility as a human being.
Oh yeah, exactly, Joffrey was such an annoying character. So well done.
Well, best of luck with everything.
Luck is the lazy man's excuse for failure. Luck is an occult idea. I create my own destiny, young madam, and so should you. Here's my advice to you. Find yourself a decent human husband and start breeding decent human babies. This is how you can best contribute to our common manifest destiny.
That guy is such a scumbag.
A vote for honor is a vote for humanity. What are you doing? Don't force me to take over and embarrass you in front of everyone. It's a tree, goddammit, not the necromancer's stone fortress.
I wonder if I can put some moth pheromones on that guy and have the moth just attach itself to his face.
Ugh.
I have the key, but I need to get rid of him first. Is there anything Crow knows about that moth, maybe? Disgusting guy.
I got nothing. I mean, aside from murdering, but you seem to be so against that all of a sudden.
Suddenly. Okay, oh, I can move you anywhere? I can move you over... Oh, right, I can move you over there. There. Let's,
Crow, could you fly over there for me?
Why?
Just trust me.
Yeah, I have no plan.
Jesus, please, Crow.
Fine. Pardon me for wanting to play a role in my own destiny. I'll do it.
I love how deadpan he does that. Why? Oh god, I'm gonna sick those guys on him, aren't I? Wait, what? Hold on. I didn't mean to scare you off, or do you just stay there for a little bit? Hide out in the hay.
Again? Seriously? Ugh. Fine.
So let's see if he flies back automatically, or just because I touched... He flies back automatically. Okay, so... What can I do with this, then?
I wish I had wings. I could just fly to the Purple
Yeah,
Mountains
Crow is all dark.
after I get some proper directions.
We could go get filthy drunk. Forget about this whole saving the world business and enjoy the Festival of Reaping like everyone else in this town.
He's taken April's death so hard. Poor guy. So I can send him on to the barrel.
Don't force me to take
to
over and
that
embarrass
place,
you in front of everyone.
on the pumpkins,
It's a
to the
tree,
hay.
goddammit, not the
Why
necromancer's
would I
stone
send
fortress.
him somewhere?
Honor Hilaris, an unpleasant man with an unpleasant name. If it wasn't for Honor's goons, I would thump that reactionary misogynist on the head. No court would convict me. It would be justified homicide.
Hello again, young lady.
Well, best of luck with everything.
And to you, madam.
Okay, here's an idea.
Go on, put your back into it, man.
Here's an idea. Okay, let's see. Crow, fly to...
Yeah, I know the drill.
Should have done the hay, but okay. Yeah. Crow. Okay. Do it, Crow. Do it. Just stay there. And talk to him.
Can't get enough of me, eh? It's nice to see you, madam.
No.
Well, best of luck with everything.
Until next time.
Okay, I was just thinking maybe Crow is a little bit unusual.
Best you can do? Oh,
And then he'd notice him in the background. What am I...
This dry air. Well, you understand.
So, what do I do? I'm thinking maybe we should try and send Crow to this moth. We should send him to the pumpkins and then see if I can send him further on from there. See, I can send him to the Oh, I can just send him to Honor
Just to
Hilaris.
annoy me? Because it's working.
That works. Attack Honor Hilaris.
A talking bird. Filthy magic. Damnation, where did it go? What kind of shoddy job are the Azadi doing when there are still talking birds flapping about?
Okay, so I can
provide us with a few of their explosive sticks so that we can
Okay, Crow, now fly to the pumpkins.
Someday soon I'm gonna complain to the Guild of Sidekicks about this.
What are you throwing at him? Okay, so if I have you throw that at the hay, I have something that I could possibly pick up. Or, I don't know what's in those barrels, but if I have him land on the barrels, maybe you throw something heavy enough to knock those barrels over. He's still looking, right? He is. Let's land on the
Thank
wagon.
the gods of feathers, you're paying me well. Wait, that's not a thing you do.
Oh. There we go. Ah, that gets rid of one of the goons, okay. No, wait, that just has one of the goons move. Huh. Okay, what else can we land you on? Hey, the pumpkins. Kind of want to send you over to the
Again?
the moth, but okay.
Seriously? Ugh. Fine.
So we can send one of them away by knocking over the barrel. So that doesn't seem to do anything. The other thing would be that cart. Let's see what that does.
Yeah, I know the drill.
I have no idea what I'm doing here, to be honest. I'm just testing and seeing what happens.
You little fowl.
Okay, so that just lands in there.
Damnation, where did it go?
So dropping that barrel is the only thing that I've actually found to do anything. Where else can we send him?
Are you doing this just to annoy me? Because
Let's
it's
just send him
working.
at owner.
Someday soon I'm going to complain to the Guild of Sidekicks about this.
Let's see what happens when I do that.
Byronic!
The achievement, a murder of Crow? No! You killed Crow, you bastards! Oh god, no! I'm so sorry. Press F to pay respects. Exactly, Ben, yeah. I mean, they're exactly as you're saying. They're fun, you figure it out, but yeah, it's the test and fail to understand the puzzle. Exactly. It's trial and error solving. That's the problem. The first one was wonderful. There was no doubt in my mind for most of the things we had to do.
Thank the gods of feathers, you're paying me well.
But this is just, I'm
that's not a
stumbling
thing
around
you
for
do.
no reason. And it breaks character because... Okay. It breaks character because I'm having Zoe just do random things just to figure out what's going on. That seems strange. Whereas with April on the Longest Journey, there was always a clear plan. I had clear ideas of what I should be doing and attempting to meet those requirements. That there was a point to it. And I can also have you be there. Okay.
Again? Seriously?
I know. I wasn't expecting Crow to die from that.
Still, you filthy little fowl.
But yeah, literally, I'm just sending him around here, and I have no idea what the point of this is. So we've had him on the wagon, had him go to honor, which kills him. We've had him on the pumpkin, we've had him on the hay. So if he's on that wagon, you knock off one of those barrels and one of the goons rights it. We had him on 2 of these wall sections. We can't put him near the moth. I have no idea what I'm doing.
I know the drill.
And that's kind of what sucks the fun out of this puzzle. It's those it'll make sense retroactively type of puzzles. That guy walks away when you do that. Okay. So, maybe talk to you again?
That goddamn talking bird! Magical aberration! If I get my hands on a filthy feathered thing, I'll twist its scrawny little... language. What can I do for you, young madam?
Let's play this nice and cool, Zoe. About that talking bird that's bothering you.
Yes? What about it?
I just saw it.
Where? Where?
Over there with the, No? Darn it. No, I can't send it to the moth. Oh. Okay,
Go
yeah.
look for that goddamn bird over there.
And then there we go, have Crow fly exactly there, and he throws a stone, and that knocks the barrel up onto that guy.
Are you doing this just to annoy me? Because it's working.
Finally. This makes no sense. That's one.
Soft-headed fool. We'll need to carry him home to have someone look at his head. The tree can wait until tomorrow. You do the carrying. I'd do it myself, but someone needs to lead the way and keep an eye out for potholes.
Okay.
That was brilliant! First, I did my thing, and then that goofball tried to hit me with a rock, and then stuff happened, and Dung for Brains got knocked out, and then they all left. End scene. It was almost like one of those puppet shows that Wizard puts on in the square. It was hilarious!
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
That's the most fun I've had since...
Aww.
I don't know. I guess since I hung out with April all those years ago.
Poor Crow. Also, what's with all the achievements this episode? I'm suddenly realizing we're getting far more achievements than we did in any of the previous ones.
Locked, but I have the key.
Naxxus's abode. Yeah, I know her. Poor Crow, I feel so bad for him. Finally get to see this in 3D.
This place looks a lot bigger on the inside. It is a lot bigger on the inside. Okay, this is freaky. I feel dizzy. There must be magic here, because this makes no sense. Things can't be bigger on the inside than on the outside. Then again, why should I be surprised? I've seen weirder things. Weird is my new normal.
There's a copy of Lord of the Rings over there.
Clues.
Oh, I want to look up here. This is the thing we've never seen. Oh, this is... I don't care what you say. This is a lovely place to live. I mean, it lacks a kitchen or a bathroom, but still.
Naxxus must have been a big believer in crystals, or maybe this is how people light their houses. Maybe this is totally normal for Arcadia.
Tell me you see Lord of the Rings.
Those are some portentous-looking books. I wish I could read them.
Portentous, not potentious.
Naxxus was a very well-read man. Thing.
Did Crow just imply you didn't have fun hanging out with Zoe last time? Yeah, that's what I was thinking of him.
There are enough musty old books here to fill a university library's special collection of musty old books. Those are some portentous-looking books. I wish I could read them.
Portentous? There's no extra I in there.
This place has the slightly tacky ambience of a New Age shop.
Book of the Balance.
It's a map of the Northlands, and the border mountains are right at the top, but no Purple Mountains. Lots of other mountains, though.
Let's pick that map
Without
up.
a reference to the Purple Mountains, that map won't help me.
Oh. A Book of the Balance.
Oh, that's interesting.
What? Hide the book.
Who's... Oh, God.
Oh my God, Brian
I
Westhouse.
must apologize, ma'am. I didn't mean to frighten you. Zoe Castillo. You're the last person I expected to find here.
New character unlocked. I wanna read this. Interesting, by the way. I only had so little time, but attack as an option? That's not Zoe. But yeah, Brian Westhouse. Brian Westhouse has lived in Arcadia for decades, but he was born in Boston in 1902. In 1934, Westhouse attempted to travel across the divide between the twin worlds of Stark and Arcadia, but something happened to him. He was stuck, in his own words, between worlds for a while, only emerging into Arcadia hundreds of years later. Realizing he might never be able to return to his own world, he made a life for himself there. Westhouse met and advised April Ryan on her first shift to Arcadia, and a decade later, he bumped into Zoe Castillo on their first visit. He helped both women understand and cope with the reality of a magical world, and assisted them on their adventures. A born traveler, Westhouse has spent most of his life exploring worlds. He's seen much of Arcadia, and he's even been inside the Azadi Empire, a place few Northlanders have visited, and fewer still have returned from. Westhouse was last seen in Dark People's City a year ago.
I remember him from my last visit to Mercuria. Brian, right?
Ooh, right.
Consequence.
Brian Westhouse. We spent a few days in cramped quarters on a small airship. I'd be surprised if you didn't remember me.
It's been a confusing year. For a while, I remembered nothing. Even when I tried my best to remember, I couldn't. Well, not until now.
I like these consequences that I'm getting.
Feeling all too well, Miss Castillo. So you're back in Mercuria, and in this place of all places. How in the name of the balance did you get inside?
How did you?
People have been trying for years, but this house has strong wards. Venar magic, the oldest there is. And now I understand why. It's a treasure trove. Wait, is that the Annals of Dreaming?
Oh, that's mine.
Good God, that's a lost treasure. Only 5 were ever made.
Why be secretive about it? I'm sure I can trust him.
No. How is he here? Why is he here?
I'm not sure I want to tell this man absolutely everything yet.
Okay, let's think this out. Zoe's met him, and he's helped her. Directly. I don't trust him, though, because if you remember those monks at the start of the previous game that helped him over, they talked about the dreaming and his role in undoing the dreaming. She left the door open. Well, yeah, but was he watching? That same voice actor? I don't know, actually. That is the same voice actor. Nice. I'm suspicious of him, but I think Zoe would trust him.
Why be secretive about it? I guess it helped to have a key. I actually didn't know it was supposed to be so difficult to get in.
So there was a key all this time. The door wasn't locked with a spell. I was right. Where did you...
An acquaintance. Pure luck, I guess.
So what are you looking for here? The ambassador disappeared more than 10 years ago, as I'm sure you know.
I should trust Brian. There's no point hiding anything from him. It's not that I don't trust him, but...
Oh, difficult. I kind of don't trust him right now. But no, again, I think Zoe would.
I'm trying to find out where Abnaxus went after he left Mercuria.
And you believe the answer's in here somewhere. You're probably right. Looks like I picked the perfect day for a stroll in the green. I was wondering why that odorous Hilarious fellow wasn't still trying to chop this tree down.
Exactly.
Now I know. Let's see if we find anything interesting, shall we?
Oi, oi, oi. Hands off the book. That one's mine.
Mr. Westhouse, Brian. He seems very enthusiastic and friendly. Probably. I have a hard time reading him, to be honest.
He's gonna take that book along and run away. Now, I think he's probably okay, but it's just, it's dodgy, I think.
Amnaxis was a very well-read man. Thing.
So many books. I can sleep?
Amnaxis must have made the bed before leaving for good. That's kind of sad and eerie. There are enough musty old books here to fill a university library's special collection of musty old books. Since this place is so much bigger on the inside than the outside, I thought maybe it existed in a pocket dimension of sorts. But I can still see Mercuria out there, so...
Well, I wonder if I can actually lie down there, but I first want to talk to Brian. Let's see...
Have you found anything of interest? Keep looking. This place is a treasure trove.
Without a reference to the Purple Mountains, that map won't help me.
Okay, so Brian's going to read the book, he's going to find something about the Purple Mountains, mark it on the map, and that's how we can get forward. Probably. The other thing is, I'm gonna...
Those years, and it was right here under my nose.
See, I knew it! So yeah, I'm calling it here. Brian Westhouse, at the start of the previous game, if you remember, it was never resolved that we start off with Brian Westhouse in tutorial being sent to Arcadia with a bunch of monks who talk about the undreaming, and it's never discussed or dealt with anymore that he was sent there with them. And now he mentions it was right here under my nose, the Book of the Dreaming. No, he has an agenda. He is... I don't think he's on our side. Not fully, not exactly.
Right.
Someone's been sleeping in my bed, said Papa Bear, before mauling Goldilocks and devouring her whole. Don't ever mess with fairy tale creatures. Someone's been sleeping in my bed, said Papa Bear, before mauling Goldilocks and devouring her whole. Don't ever mess with fairy tale creatures. Amnaxis must have been a big believer in crystals. Or maybe this is how people light their houses. Maybe this is totally normal for Arcadia.
Bunches of books everywhere, okay. Still not noticing any kitchen or bathroom area, so that's obnoxious. Kind of disgusting, buddy. Books.
I remember him, but only vaguely. It's like he didn't make much of an impression on me the last time. Odd, but then lots of things from my last visit here are vague and odd.
Books.
I'll make a note of that.
Loads of books. Books. Oh, hello.
Looks like a handwritten note.
Make my bed before I have made my bed. My bat has been made before I leave and I've left. Wow, that's very obnoxious of you. Yeah, that is not in English. Follow Cretin Prax. No, that's definitely Venar. Let's see if he knows anything about this or can decipher this.
This looks interesting.
The first dreamer references in the Annals of Dreaming. That's this book right here. And the chapter about the first dream.
That's the dream we need to find out about.
Starting point. Let's see what it says.
Can you read that book?
I've lived in Arcadia for decades, and there hasn't been much to do aside from studying ancient texts, so yes, I can read this book. Let's see, the chapter in question speaks of the Ular. They are said to be wardens of the Dreaming One.
The dreamer who dreams the universe.
Whatever that means. It's a rough translation. The English language isn't quite up to the task. The Ular and the Yete, one people that split into two. That sounds familiar.
Like the Mer people.
It says here the Yete left the Purple Mountains to go south to burrow into the ground. Something about a well of dreams.
The Bandu?
I mean, I don't know how much of this is true and how much is fantasy or prophecy. It's a difficult book to decipher. There's also something about two dreamers becoming one.
Zoe merging with her first dreamer.
Almost certainly a prophecy of some sort. The Ular live on Cloud Peak. It's in the mountains of Yedra. Where's that on the map? Ah, there it is. Straight north across the plains, right in the middle of the border mountains. This is an old book, so I don't know if they still live there. I've never heard of the Ular. They might all be dead. I'm not sure how useful this is to you, but there it is.
Wake up. I think I figured it out. I think I have it. Wait, what is that? What? No, I think I have it. Okay, here's my idea. Here's my theory, my current theory. Don't confirm or deny this because I want to figure this out. But here's the thing. There's the first dreamer, if you remember. We're talking about people who is split up and gone into two. So they're talking about species in this case, much like the mer people and the whatever the flying people were called in the first game. But I think we're also maybe talking about it individually, because you remember how Zoe's told that she's not all there, that she's not fully there, as though she's only half a person. Remember as well that she's told that she has to wake up. Now think about this. She has a dream. She's told that she's a dreamer and she needs to save the first dreamer. She goes to visit the first dreamer in the dream, and Abnaxis tells her about the first dreamer. And of course, Abnaxis mixing up all the tenses. That's why Brian Westhouse also mentions that it's difficult to find whether it's a fantasy, a history, or prophecy. He did mention history, I know, but sort of that idea. It's hard because the tenses are... There shouldn't be any tenses, probably, in the Venar. That's at least what Abnaxis seemed to suggest. So, Zoe is part of the first dreamer. Zoe maybe is the first dreamer. Or, a reflection of it, or a split-off bit of the first dreamer. That's why she's told that she's only half there and needs to wake up. Now, the weird thing is, once the first dreamer wakes up, the universe ends. But here's a reason why I think this. Do you remember earlier where we talked about Zoe creating her own body, disappearing from Stark and appearing in Arcadia, and then creating a new body? Who else does that? The first dreamer. The first dreamer creates the universe through dreams, because the dreams in the story time are connected somehow. It's a creative force. And Zoe apparently is part of that creative force, or at least can create something of herself or make herself. So I think that Zoe is strongly connected to the first dreamer. Yep, we're calling it Byronic's theorem. Okay, let's have a look at that. The fallen note.
That note fell out of the annals when Westhouse turned the pages.
Let's keep that one hidden.
That note fell out of the annals when Westhouse turned the pages.
Oh, I knew it! I knew it!
Crystal inside of a crystal.
Let's see. There. Cloud Peak, just like the book said. I'm sure Abnaxis won't mind me borrowing this. I'll return it to him in person, if I make it to Cloud Peak.
Fascinating. Abnaxis left so much behind. There's a wealth of
speculation,
information
so much speculation,
here.
Right? Can't wait to see if you complete the puzzle with that theory. See, that would be creepy if the game picked up on the microphone and went, "You figured out the game. Congratulations. Here are the credits. Let's show him the note."
This note fell out from the pages of the annals. What's a soulless stone?
I know, Raiden.
I'm not sure.
Soul Stone?
The Soul Stone was taken from Luke's by the warlock Clax. It must be retrieved, or the past, present, and future will cease to be.
That sounds ominous.
It does indeed. I don't know about any Soul Stone, but I'm guessing this Clax fellow does.
Roper Clax?
I wonder if Abnaxis means old Roper Clax. April told me his story. He was a two-bit wizard who resided in a floating castle up north near the border mountains. April said she taught him a lesson. She didn't get into any details, but he lost his castle.
He was selling things in Old
Last
Town.
I heard, he's doing children's theater here in town. Reformed, apparently.
Oh my god, the wizard somebody was talking about.
Of.
I knew, right?
Sounds like this Soul Stone is important.
How do I go about finding it?
The clue's right here in the text. Roper Clax, wizard and puppeteer. I'd start there if I were you.
Fine. When you're ready, head back into town to find Roper Clacks. I want that book! I want that book, you jerk!
If you see anything that looks relevant, let me know. I can probably decipher it for you.
I think we're done here, probably. Can we say yeah. Can't believe we 2 more weekends. That is... Crow mentioned the puppet shows. Yes, that was it. Yeah, 2 more weeks. That is pretty annoying.
I'll need to write all
the thing
this
as well
down
is
before I forget it.
we have to leave for the plane at 5 a.m. So I've got a hotel at the uni. I have to wake up at 4 to get ready at 5 a.m. when we take the bus to the airport because all the students have to come.
I knew it! I knew it!
And my colleague is bringing his little girl along for the ride as well. She's like, I don't know, 4 or 5 or something. So that's 2 hours and a plane ride to damn Morocco with a little crying kid. I don't know if she's going to be a crying kid, but in my head, she's already annoying.
Fascinating.
I haven't even met her, but I'm just making so many assumptions.
It's another one of Abnaxis's notes.
But yeah, so we're leaving. So I'm there on Friday evening. We're leaving Saturday morning. And then we're coming back. We're landing somewhere in Germany in the afternoon. It's, I already don't feel like it.
Before I forget it.
But yeah, that is a Saturday to the next Sunday type of experience.
What do you think this means?
I'm not sure there's much to learn from that one.
Assumption based on a coworker? Oh, yes. Wait, what? Dude, at least give me the note back.
I'm sorry, did you want something?
Getting sound glitches? Wait, are you? Let me know if somebody else is getting sound glitches. Oh, Ghost, yeah. For work, I'm going to Morocco. There's a trip we're taking with students. And unfortunately, it's a week-long trip, but my colleague planned it in from Saturday to the Sunday the week after, meaning I'll miss 2 weeks of streams. I'm not happy about that. Back into town to find Roper Clacks. I think we're ready. I don't think I've seen any other notes. I think we have what we need.
Someone's been sleeping in my bed, said Papa Bear, before mauling Goldilocks and devouring her.
I think we have
whole.
everything.
Don't ever mess with fairy tale creatures.
I don't see any other notes.
I'll need to write all of this.
I'm going to look around, and this is the moment where, as soon as I exit, Vaynon's going to go, "Oh man, you kept walking past the most important note that led you to the secret thing, you son of a..." Look everywhere. There we go, there's a note.
Westhouse might be able to decipher that note.
I knew it! I knew it!
It's probably not going to be relevant. There we go. That has to be the last note, though. I think this is going to be a non-relevant one.
What do you think this means?
I'm not sure there's much to learn from that one.
Yeah, there we go. No surprise. I think we found everything. Okay, let's go talk to Roper Clacks.
I think I have what I need. I should get going. Should we...
Would you mind terribly if I stayed here to read these books?
Well, it's private property, isn't it?
Abnaxis isn't coming back, and I've been itching for a chance to peruse his library for years now. I promise I won't remove anything or make a mess.
Oh. Do we allow or refuse? I kind of don't want him hanging out here. I don't trust him. We always try with a teddy bear or a teddy cat called Kitty. It's amazing how effective Kitty is at cheering up crying children. Being a perfect travel bill, that's important. No, I have this lovely thing. This is my lifesaver in most of the world. I need this to lock myself away from other people because being around people just tires me out. So that's why usually when I take these trips for work, because there's so many people around that I'm responsible for them. I have to guide them, make sure that everything goes correctly, but that's exhausting to me. So normally at the end of the workday, where I would go, screw you guys, I'm going home, you have to hang out with the colleagues because that's also a bonding thing, and you have to go out to dinner and that kind of a thing, so it's exhausting to me. That's why I need this thing on trips or whenever I can take a moment, just close myself off and just be alone.
He might have the best of intentions, but I made a promise to blind Bob. I'd feel awful if anything happened to Obnaxis's abode.
Yeah, I kind of want to refuse him.
It doesn't look like Brian's going to do any damage to the place. He's respectful and curious. It couldn't hurt to let him stay.
I'm going to refuse him. I made a promise. 2 and 2. Hey, well, that's interesting. Although most people ended up refusing. I think most people ended up refusing because they don't know Brian Westhouse. And he comes off as a little bit suspicious here. Of course, if you play the earlier games, you trust Brian Westhouse. He's a good guy. So I want to see who did what. Mighty Sid and Vaden, of course. Based on your early interactions, you allowed him.
He might have the best of intentions, but I made a
Skull
promise to blind
Parmal,
Bob.
you refused
I'd feel
as
awful
well.
if anything happened to Obnaxis's abode.
I wish could cheer up kids. You just feel weird and awkward and disconnected. Yeah, I don't like hanging out with kids either. But for some reason, kids tend to like me, which is weird. Like, I was at Jex's house the other day, and one of his kids just goes up to me and goes like, "Hi, Byronic." Well, obviously he wouldn't say Byronic, but my actual name, like, "Byronic, And he just holds out his hands. I'm like, jeez, I can't just, slap his hand away. It's Jex's kid. So I'm like, okay, grab his hand. And he walks me around the place and shows me like, "I made this lantern with mommy." I'm like, wow, that's cool, buddy. Hey, I got a cool new board game. Do you want to see? That's the moment where I thought, yep, Jex's kid. You don't need no DNA test. The first thing he does is, "I got a cool board game. Do you want to see?" Totally Jex's kid. But it was this whole experience of, why do you like me, kid? I don't talk to you. I don't interact with you. Why are you interested? Just get away. Headphones are great. Sometimes you run into people who don't care if you're wearing. Oh, exactly, I had that the other day where, particularly in small towns, I'll have these things on. I'm listening to a podcast. I'm not looking at people. Sometimes I even have a hoodie on with just extra and have these things on the outside. So I'm just there minding my own business, sometimes listening to music and reading a book. And then there'll always be this granny going, "Well, what weather we're having?" And I have to do one of those, yeah, and then just look away and then, sorry, what? It's so annoying. I'm gonna refuse him, by the way. Balance has shifted.
I'm
Oh god.
sorry. I don't think I can let you stay in here.
I'm not sure I need your permission.
I...
Only joking. I understand. I'll take my leave now, Miss Castillo. I certainly hope we'll see each other again soon.
See, I like how I put his voice acting right down the middle of being suspicious and creepy, or just, weird. I think it would have been fine had we allowed him to stay here, but we made a promise. This is not his house. He is too desperate to be here. Oh, it's Kittle, not Kitty. Concatenation of kitten and little. Oh, yeah, I misread that. Thank you. Kittle. I like that.
Didn't you say something about a wizard and a puppet show?
Nope.
No, you did.
Man, those
you said
gloves are
something about a
cool.
show in the square.
I did not.
Crow.
Oh, right! Roper Clax's Fingerlings!
Fingerlings,
Man,
the
that
groundlings.
show's great. A modern classic.
Clax. He's the wizard April Ryan fought.
That's right. He was behaving badly, so
That's
she
interesting,
fought
Herb.
him and trapped him inside some sort of calculating machine. Pretty
I was
clever
thinking about that
stuff.
as well.
Where can I find this puppet show?
I'll show you.
Oh. Find the fingerlings. Okay. Bro, remember, I can't fly, buddy. Slow down, Crow. Oh wait, this is the show. Okay. Oh, this is gonna be amazing. I hope we get to see the actual show. That would be wonderful.
I feel better having Crow around, even though I'm not sure what he can do. Still, a useless sidekick is better than no sidekick. I'm not saying he's useless.
Some sort of calculating machine? Never read chat during dialogues? Hey, I got that. I got that reference. Who are the fingerlings? Let's pay attention here. Is that Sanan? Kevin? Darlene, Meryl, Jana, David, Adam, Ethan, and Brian? April and Clax? Wait. Oh my god, look at that! For one, I think the other ones are Kickstarters, but look at the depiction of April, the weird, mean face, and Clax, the nice old wizard. Oh my god, he wrote a show about April fighting him. God, I want to watch this show. Okay. Oh god, I can't. I can't! No! Oh, I want to see this show!
This is gonna be so good.
Oh my god. Useless, exactly. Useless sidekick, not a useless sidekick. Let's get to retail. Yep. The winner writes the history. This is amazing. Okay, let's see if we can peek first. Do you have the dolls here? Oh, they're literally finger puppets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 11 of them. Oh my god! Roper! There's 11 finger puppets. Roper? What the hell? There's kids here, man! Okay, let's have a quick look.
Roper Clax, I presume. He looks wizardly, as in how I expected wizards to look when I was 10.
He looks like Count Olaf.
If you seek an autograph, you must purchase my book first. It's on sale today. Only...
No, sorry. I need to talk to you.
Talk, Well, I only have a few minutes before my show begins, but I'm sure I can spare a couple of them for a pretty young thing like you.
Ooh, new character unlocked. Let's read about him. Yes, Roper Clax. Roper Clax was once a self-proclaimed evil wizard and dark alchemist who lived in a floating castle north of Riverwood. On a long journey across Arcadia to save the balance, April Ryan confronted Clax to free the wind he'd captured. To defeat him, she trapped Clax inside a calculator. After breaking out of his mathematical prison, Clax was apparently a reformed man, leaving evil wizardry behind to become a best-selling author, potions maker, and showman. And, he claimed, he harbored no ill will towards April. According to his autobiography, as a child, Clax was his neighborhood's hopscotch champion 3 years running. He studied at the Alchemist's Academy, where he was a member of the Tic-Tac-Toe Club, graduating with dishonors. His secret passions are spelling and cooking. He surely harbors no dark secrets. None whatsoever. Yes. He changed his model in director's cut, more bushy eyebrows and chops. I like that.
Didn't he and April have some sort of confrontation? This has to be the right man. It's an odd name for a children's puppet show. The Fingerlings.
Ah, my beloved finger puppets, beloved by all children and critics alike. Gilbert Grutton of the Daily Mercurian called my show simply astonishing and wrote that it was quite impossible to look away. I couldn't believe my eyes and like a slow-motion cart wreck. You see, the Fingerlings represent a revolution in finger puppeteering, or as I call it, fingering, trademark and patent pending. The women in particular are quite ecstatic about it.
Really?
Stay for the show. I guarantee a good time.
This has to be the right man. You are Roper Clax, right? The wizard?
Who told you that?
Well, That sign, for one.
No, the wizard part. Who told you? I mean, I'm merely a humble finger puppeteer trying to make an honest living in a cold and heartless world.
But you were a wizard once.
Fully rehabilitated, I don't go anywhere near sorcery, not anymore. You should really read my highly acclaimed and best-selling memoir, A Farewell to My Wizarding Ways. It's a thrilling story of redemption and romance, of dashing heroes and wicked villainesses, of flying castles and curious calculating devices. Every word of it as true as the night is dark and the day is bright, of course.
Didn't he and April have some sort of
Okay,
confrontation?
let's go.
Do you remember April Ryan?
April Ryan?
Bread.
Oh, yes, of course, absolutely, certainly, naturally. The brave young woman who came to my castle and stole it, and helped me put my sorceress past behind me.
Yeah, nothing wrong here.
Possibly forget.
Nothing wrong here at all.
He's obviously got some issues with April. I'd be curious to learn more. So, about April.
Why does everyone like to talk about April Ryan? She was just a weak little human who stumbled onto things she didn't do.
No, I must apologize. You see, April and I had some disagreements in the past. I'm past that now. I'm a different person. As for April Ryan, I hear she suffered an ignoble death at the hands of our Azadi benefactors. What a shame. What a terrible, terrible shame.
Yeah, no kidding, this is a great job by the voice actor. He is insane. I don't know how many takes this took. Yeah, no kidding. Just April Ryan. Yes, I heard. That was so sad to hear she suffered an innocent death at the hands of, it's just somebody. I mean, that is so difficult to do correctly. Holy crap.
I might as well get right to it, seeing as his show is about to begin. Do you recall owning a soul stone?
A soul stone? I don't know what you're talking about.
I was just wondering, since there are so many impressive tales about your powers where
Really?
I come from.
Flattery.
And where would that be?
That was a long time ago. In another life. I've moved on. I'm a different person now in every way.
Yes.
I was just wondering what happened to the stone.
She took it, that bitch.
Balance? Pardon me? I don't know where that came from.
Who?
Yaga. The wicked
Baba
witch
Yaga?
of the north, as these
Didn't we fight her in the first game?
As if they have any idea who and what she truly is. She lurks in Riverwood in the dark places. She feeds on that stone like a...
Like I said, that's in the past, and I've left it all behind long ago. Now I make an honest living bringing joy to children through my most excellent and revolutionary finger puppet theater. And on that note, I must beg your pardon, young miss. The show is about to begin.
Can we please talk again afterwards? I have some more questions.
No. Sure. Absolutely. After the show, yes.
He's running off.
Yes. Toodaloo.
Okay, we've got to see this show.
Yes, here we go.
Yes.
This is gonna be so good.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, humans and...
No.
Humans... And you, Azadi soldier standing over there, you're welcome to watch, just don't rattle your sabers or rustle your suits. Welcome to this morning's performance of... The Fingerlings! I am your host and puppeteer, Roper Clax, esteemed thespian and raconteur, author and entrepreneur. My book is available for purchase with a free personalized dedication. Speak to me after the show.
This is gonna be great.
A donation is both appreciated and expected. Drop your coins into the box after the show. Remember
Indeed, it is.
that every iron piece goes towards a good purpose.
Woohoo! Go fingerlings!
My beloved fingerlings! Handcrafted reproductions of renowned actors from across Arcadia, immortalized in finger puppet form by skilled artisans. Using only the finest fabrics and natural materials, these lovely creatures are as dear to me as children, and as talented and protean as the finest human players. You're all welcome to approach the stage after the show, of course, to admire my finely crafted miniatures up close and intimately. No food, no touching, no children. And now, beloved audience, prepare yourselves for a journey into mystery, for a true story of wizardry and magic. I present to you the tale of the good-hearted wizard and the villainous winch. Once upon a time, in the distant north, there lived a kindly old wizard in a wonderful flying castle. This very friendly wizard liked to tease and toy with the people of the land, and sometimes he would do silly things like turn them into stone or furry animals and bottle up the wind. Naturally, he meant no harm, and the people of the land loved the wizard like they would a grandfather, a very young and very, very handsome grandfather. But one day, an evil sorceress from a distant land came to
I'm
visit
loving
the
it.
kindly wizard.
That
Ugly,
face.
selfish witch didn't understand that the wizard was only trying to make people happy. She used her dark sorcery to steal all of his possessions and trap him inside a tiny little box where the gentle wizard was barely able to breathe. The poor old man was trapped for many moons inside this box before a benevolent wandering god arrived to free him from his prison.
Really now?
The wizard pledged eternal allegiance to the wandering god in return for vengeance against the cruel witch who trapped him. Together they...
There he is, Commander. The dangerous loon who's corrupting our youth with his
No!
occult finger rings.
What? What's this?
Jerk!
What are you doing? What's going on? You can't... Hey! Hey! Hands off!
You're teaching children of magic, old man. You ought to know better.
Release me, you dishonorable brute!
By the authority vested in me by the Greater Azadi Empire and the Emissary, and in accordance with provisional imperial law prohibiting any and all teachings of occult magic, I'm taking you into custody.
You can't do this! You don't know who I am!
Yep,
Tell
Vaden.
it to the magistrate, wizard.
My fingerlings! My precious handcrafted fingerlings! No!
I cannot believe that they arrested him. What a travesty.
Yeah, neither can I. Oh, this is amazing, though.
I cannot believe that they arrested him. What a travesty.
I don't think he's alone in there. He has company.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Ghost. We're not talking to Crow yet. We're gonna see if we can get those. Darn it, they took them all with them. We're gonna start our own show. Blackjack and hookers. In fact, forget about the show. So Bobby Gaz, supernatural being, yeah, the free and ferocious looking witch, flies around a mortar and wields a pestle, yeah, dwells deep in a forest, how to usually describe standing on chicken legs, yeah. May help or hinder those who encounter or seek her out. And depending on, what version, it's stealing children or, betraying people with deals or something along those lines, depending on whatever version you get.
I didn't see that coming.
I guess the Azadi aren't fans of creepy puppet shows either.
I think it had more to do with him being a wizard. Okay, shit. So what now? He was my only lead to the Soul Stone. All I have to go on is something about a Yaga and Riverwood.
Riverwood? I know Riverwood. I've been to Riverwood. If it's Riverwood you need, I know how to get to Riverwood.
Really? And the Yaga? The Wicker Witch?
I don't know anything about Yagas, but I do know something about witches in Riverwood. On my last trip there, we had a close encounter with one of them. That witch is toast, of course, but I can probably find my way back to Riverwood. It's north. We go north. Wait, which way is up? Yeah, north.
Okay. Okay. That's something, right? Much better than nothing. We just need a way to get north that doesn't involve me walking all the way.
Well, April did it.
Or me flying. I'm not flying all that way. I tire easily.
Oh.
Wait. I feel a cunning plan coming on. Follow me, Zoe.
Also, this was already...
It's either a cunning plan, or I need the toilet. But I'm pretty sure it's a cunning plan.
We already had some foreshadowing about the Baba Yaga, because the Yaga witch, the Wicker Witch, was the figure that was created in the middle of the green, if you recall, for the reaping. We are riding,
I still can't believe you pulled off the voice and the whole fake hand thing.
The hat looked great on you.
What?
Totally. Not so sure about the beard, though. My face is itchy. Speaking of faces, I can never show mine in Mercuria again. Not after that last bit we did.
If everything goes well,
that
you
is
won't
wonderful.
have to.
At least we have a ride. Can I trust this thing?
They're docile cows, the Elguan. Just leave it to me.
I love that.
Mush, Daisy, mush!
I love that there's a whole thing that we didn't get to see.
I'll leave the cowgirling to you. I'll fly ahead and scout the terrain instead. Don't lose sight of me!
Look at this fun puzzle there. Yep, yep. I like that though. The suggestion of what happened. Oh, we're switching the key and I knew it.
How much longer will this journey take? Must be nearly a week now.
It's been less than 2 days, and I'm beginning to regret bringing you along.
You're stuck in the cargo hold of a cloud ship with your worst enemy. How could you possibly have any regrets?
And people say you have no sense of humor. If there was ever a time to make peace with Liko, this is likely it. Maybe there's still a chance to create a bond between us.
No, there isn't. Liko's not gonna deal well with this.
We're on a mission. This is neither the time nor place to make peace with Liko. We already fight side by side. That's our bond. Besides, I'm tired.
They do have the best banter. And okay, here's the thing. I think probably just going to sleep is the best thing. Like, apologizing and trying to bond right now is not a good time, not a good moment. These two would probably just leave that between them and indeed go on the basis of, hey, we fight side by side. That's enough.
If there was ever a
But
time
I want to
to
see
make
what
peace
happens
with
with
Liko,
apologize.
This is likely it. I'm sorry about your father. I know that may not amount to much now, but I was a different person then. I was blind to the possibility that there could be more than one truth. There's been so much death on the road to this place. I murdered an innocent man during my escape from Friar's Keep. He begged me to, but I still don't know if I did the right thing. When I visited his widow, she only had hate for me. She couldn't understand my reasons for doing what I did.
I love that there's a
I
callback.
watched Baase Bakim bleed to death so that I could make my escape through a blood magic portal. I still wonder if his sacrifice was worth it. Have I repaid that debt? Shepard believes so. But many thought him a better man than I, so why did he have to die? What did I gain from these actions? What did it change? What would have been different had I acted differently? All of these choices, Liko, they add up. My soul is heavy. The others believe me unaffected because I carry on as if nothing happened. But their faces And voices are there when I close my eyes. Those deaths never leave me. No words can undo these deeds. There are no excuses for the wrongs I've committed. But I am trying to heal the wounds I've inflicted. It's a long journey, Liko. And
I know. When you arrived from Friar's Keep, I wanted you dead.
Really? I couldn't tell.
And people say you have no sense of humor.
You do?
We've been through much since then. I believe I know you. A little. You've taken up arms against your own people, risking shame, death, and your immortal soul. Because you believe they're misguided. It cannot be easy being hated and feared by both sides. I may still despise you because you murdered my father. I may still dislike you because you're an arrogant and intolerant shit. But I respect you, Kian. And I trust you.
Man! Get serious or make light? What did you do? You went serious? I wanted to go serious too!
That trust goes both ways, Liko.
Well, I'm taking a nap.
Oh man,
this
wasn't the time for a joke.
Mine. Stick to your side, or I may stab you in my sleep.
Don't worry. I've no intention of cuddling up next to you.
Oh, their banter is so good.
Kian, are you awake?
An intimate moment unlocked? What?
I wasn't. This has now changed.
Did I ever tell you how my society views people like us?
I don't believe so.
The Dole Antiqua consider themselves tolerant and inclusive in all matters. And yet I've always had to hide who I am from my family and friends. If they knew the truth, I'd be ostracized. Tolerance, it seems, has its limits. But in the Resistance, no one cares. This thing we share doesn't change how they feel about us. It's strange. Strange, but liberating.
With the Resistance, you are who and what you decide to be, regardless of color and creed, gender and religion, and... I thought you loved April Ryan.
I did. I do, but... not like that. She was someone I cared deeply about and always will. But I could never have shared my life with her. I still miss her every day. She gave me strength.
Nah, I'm going back to sleep. We have a long day ahead of us tomorrow.
A day of sitting in the dark, bickering about who passed gas?
Like I said, a long day.
So this is a scene you only get when you manage to patch it up with him? That is awesome. I love the fact that it also told us, like, hey, this is a scene you only get when you manage this. Ah, that was good. Chapter 10. Ooh, Umbra. Shadows. This scene is showing me how dirty my monitor is and that I actually really need to clean it.
I mean, that hurt.
Never trust an Elguan, cowardly cows.
Oh, something must have spooked it. What do we do now?
This place looks familiar. I think we're close. In fact, I think we're...
Leave! Go, or I'll call the others!
Whoa, hey there!
I thought the ball was the last one.
Unarmed.
You're human. You can't be Bird? Crowbird?
Oh my god,
Hello.
It's you!
Hey, you're that fretful furry thing we met the first time we came through here. Ben Franklin.
Ben Bandu. This isn't the same human who accompanied you last time.
This is my new human. She's mostly harmless.
Chapter
Say
10,
hello,
yeah.
Zoe. Don't be rude.
Speeding through it all of a sudden. New character unlocked. Yes. Okay, firstly, I want to check. Oh, not the vagabond. Wait, Liku isn't a character? Where is Liku? I can't believe he's not in there. It's Kian, that's the captain, right? Yeah, Balsai. Huh. I wanted to read a little bit about Liku and see whether his information has been updated. Ben Bandu. 10 years ago, Ben Bandu, a young Banda, a species druggedly called mole people by some humans, met April Ryan when she was traveling through Riverwood. April helped free Ben's brother from captivity by defeating the Gribbler, a terrifying forest witch in service of a greater darkness. Through her selfless act, she earned herself a place of honor in the Banda tribe. Ben Bandu is still indebted to April, and he'd like nothing more than to help repay her kindnesses and help her friends. Ben Bandu, amazing. Here's what I'm considering maybe calling it here, because I want to make sure to rest up enough. I haven't been sleeping that well lately. Maybe finish this conversation and then halt it here, and then continue, sadly, 3 weeks from now.
I have no idea who or what this creature is. For all I know, it's associated with the Yaga. We don't have time to chat with the locals. We're on a mission. I guess... Hello?
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 Hello. Are you the new Bandu Mbata?
Bamboo. What? No, I have no idea. I'm Zoe.
You're a dreamer.
Whoa.
So they keep saying. I'm not very good at it. How did you know?
He is one of the split people.
We live close to the dreaming here. Her dreams surround us.
See, they're the split people with the other race. I knew it.
That's it. That's the one we're looking for, right, Zoe? The Yaga.
You're looking for the Yaga? On purpose? Are you mad?
Oh, I'm not. Her, I'm not so sure about.
You know the Yaga?
She lives in this forest. We do not speak her name. She's mean.
Ooh.
We need to find her right now, but we can't bring Furball with us.
Furball? Really?
We'll save time if we ask the Ewok to show us the way to the Yaga.
Ewok, really?
Teddy Bear probably knows more about the Yaga.
I love it.
We need to find her right now.
Furball.
Teddy Bear probably knows more about the Yaga.
Let's ask him about the Yaga. I love it though.
Who is she?
The Yaga? She's old. Really old. She's been around since long before my people came to this forest. Once, she had many servants. Witches, warlocks, evil ones. Like in the stories told by the elders. But her servants are all gone now. So she woke up and crossed into our world. She doesn't belong here. But she's lonely. And hungry.
Hungry. Great. Well, we still have to find her. She has the Soul Stone.
The Soul Stone? I've heard of the Soul Stone. The Yaga took it from the fallen fortress of her warlock.
We're on the right track.
Roper Clax worked for the Yaga?
They all did. The Gribbler, Clax, all the evil witches and warlocks of the Northlands. But they're gone now. Just like my people.
Aww.
April Ryan imprisoned the warlock and killed the witch. She saved us all. But then the Azadi came with sharp blades and metal tubes that spewed fire. They murdered most of us. Some fled east. I'm the only one left here now.
That's terrible. I'm so sorry.
One day, they'll come back. All the surviving Banda. Until then, I watch over their burrows. And I sing. For them. For all of us. This Soul Stone. It's important?
Crucial.
Very.
You'll use it to fight the Azadi?
That's part of it, yes.
I'll take you to the Yaga. Or as close as I dare go to her lair, anyway.
great. I was expecting you to say no, and by expecting, I mean hoping.
Does the bird always speak like that?
I'm afraid so. Lead the way, Ben.
Oh man, I can't believe we're back here. This is probably the exact same bend, representing the same bend as the first game.
The Yaga's beyond the ridge. Once you cross that, you're in her realm.
Very Hero's Journey style.
You're not coming with?
Did you not hear me when I said she was hungry? No, I'm not coming with you. The walls of that place are thin, and she can smell my magic.
A wise decision, tiny man. Come on, Zoe, let's turn around and head back.
Yeah, I figured so as well,
Maybe catch
Ben.
a fat squirrel and roast it for dinner?
This is what we came here for. If we don't get the Soul Stone...
Everyone dies, the world ends, no more Christmases, blah, blah, blah. I'm so sick of walking into one perilous scenario after the other. After we're done with this one, no more adventures. I swear to the feather gods of old.
You've said that before.
You'll know you're there when you see the Gribbler's old house. She was the witch who lived here before. The Gribbler served the Yaga, and that's where she came through, from the beyond.
Will you wait for us, Ben?
I'll wait until nightfall. But if you're not back by then...
We'll be back.
And I had such a craving for crispy squirrel.
Okay, before we call this though, I like this because again, this is this moment of going into a pathway somewhere down is mentioned. You know, crossing streams. It's crossing a barrier into a mystical realm. So hence there's a bridge. There's a little gateway there. So it's all very elusive, very just real storytelling style. I like it. I very much like it. Nice, by the way. Can't spell Craven without Raven. Haha! I like this. This is very evocative. Evocative is the right word. But, unfortunately, I will be calling it here, indeed. I want to make sure to get some good rest before the work week starts, since it's going to be a busy one. And, yeah, as Vanen called out, unfortunately... we're also not going to be able to have a stream for the next 2 weeks because I have to travel for work. So, just checking here clearly for you. It is now the 19th, so I am not here weekend of 25th, 26th, and I will only be returning here on Sunday the 3rd of December, so that means we're back on the 9th of December. That's... Dear God, that's gonna be 3 weeks until we get back to this. So that's why this is as well a good moment to start. Because this is very clear start of something. There's no doubt, there's no question of where do we need to go. Hey, thanks, Erm. Thank you for being here. And Vanen, thanks for watching as well. Thanks to everybody. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it as well. I'm just sorry I'm gonna have to miss the next 2 weeks, but we will definitely be back. This game has been so much fun right now. Hey, Alex, thank you very much for watching as well. Looking forward to being back soon. Thanks, Ghost. So much to look forward to. Okay. I'm gonna have to save and quit because otherwise I'm not gonna be leaving this. We are going to go to the desktop and we're left in utter darkness. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to be back with you in 3 weeks, December 9th. So have a good evening, have a good couple of weeks, and I'll see you then.